They will get the ball to start off the game. And welcome on YouTube for all those of us just now joining in as we are getting ready for the first game of the 2022 season. Again, our kickoff sponsor this year is Jet Tire Service for great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kinda, and Cooper tires for your car, truck, or SUV. See Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving Southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. For those watching on YouTube right now, you do see that it's kind of hazy. The sun is directly above the trees on the far side, so you're going to be having to deal with the sun a little bit for just a moment, but that won't affect the Buffaloes on the field here tonight. Again, they're going to be kicking the ball right to left. If you're listening on radio for the Broken Bow Savages, they're going to be moving the ball left to right. Trenton Greer will have the ball in the near hash, kicking from the 40-yard line. So once again, around the city of McAlester, the state of Oklahoma, and Buffalo fans across the nation far and wide, thank you for joining us for the season opener, McAlester and Broken Bow. We do have Mr. Trenton Greer speaking with one of the officials as the ball will be put on, again, the near hash.
Kicking off for the Buffaloes, number 57, Trenton Greer.
We're getting ready for the Savages to return it in just a moment. Their two return men are over at the 10-yard line. So Greer will back up to the 35-yard line, make it the 36. He puts his right hand up in the air. There's the whistle. Here's the boot, and it's football time in the Heartland. Fair caught at the 20, dropped at the 24, but they're right back on it, and that is where the Savages are going to start this drive, led by quarterback number 2, Christian Brumley, a two-time Vipe selection, 6'2", 185-pound senior. Struggled against McAlester last year, but still helped that offense to a 32.7 points per game offense, and they're going to be trying to start off the season on the right foot, same as the other black and gold, your McAlester Buffaloes. Again, we apologize on YouTube right now for the sun being, again, directly in the eyes of where you're at, making everything right now hazy. But we will get it all sorted out. So here come the Savages. Ball at their own 24-yard line. They're going to start this drive there. Looks like it's going to be number 21, Camden Rogers, the running back on the right side of Brumley, to start it off here. Two receivers left, one right. Again, we're battling the sun as well up here in the booth. Brumley awaiting the first snap of the season. Here it is. It will be a handoff to Rogers up the middle. He crosses the 25-yard line, gain of 2 to bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Savages as the time has continued to click now and tick over here as Malachi Rice comes in with the tackle. 2nd and 8 upcoming for the Savages. Ball favoring that far hash. So we'll have two receivers on the right, tight end right as well. Lone receiver on the far side looks like that's Jakyron Whitfield. Empty backfield. Brumley gets the snap. He'll take it himself, run it left side. He will be tripped up shy of the 30-yard line, taken down about the 28 or 29 to bring up 3rd and medium. He had to get out to the 34-yard line. So here's the first 3rd down of the season for the McAlester Black Death defense. Last year on 3rd down, 32% conversion rate for the opponent. Rogers will come back out to be the tailback. Ball staying on the far hash. Two receivers right, H-back left. The snap. 3rd and 5. Play action under pressure, and Brumley's going to slip out of it, get past the 30-yard line towards the first down marker. I think he got it. He did. So after going 3 for 12 last year on 3rd downs for the Savage offense and only getting 15 yards total in the first half, they get an early 11 and get out to the Broken Bow 35-yard line. 10:44 left to go in the first quarter. No scores. This is the first drive of the season.
Malachi and Landstone got in the backfield, but the athleticism and football IQ there. Brumley snuck away, gets out, knows where the marker is, and got one more than he needed to. Good play right there by Brumley.
Looks like we're going with trips right, tight end right, and get an empty backfield for Brumley. First down and 10 from the Savage 35-yard line. Brumley takes the snap, looking right, passing right. It'll be caught by Whitfield. Whitfield tracked up right there. He's not going very far. Gain of 2 or 3 there. First person there was Blaze Baugh, who had a heck of a scrimmage against the Wagner Bulldogs. And that was back on a week ago today.
Nice little sit-down route right there by Brumley, by Whitfield. Good read by the Black Death defense. Blaze Ball the first one there, but by the time they got Whitfield to the ground, they had about 4 of them over there.
Ball's going to be on the near hash the first time they're being on this side of the field today. Looks like the Buffaloes are showing blitz as Malachi's going after him. There's going to be a screen pass to the far side after the snap to the 40-yard line and stood up at the 41. They're not getting very much breathing room as the Buffaloes push him all the way back to the original line of scrimmage, but still a complete pass to make it 3rd down and 4 upcoming for the Savages. Again, the Savages are out of Class 4A. They're ranked number 9 in the preseason poll in AP. We got Cameron Green, my brother, tuning in from Atoka. My wife, Destiny, tuning in as well. And Parker Singleton checking in. Let us know where you're listening from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Ball in the far hash, 2 receivers right, H-back left. Here's a snap. Handoff. Keeper by Brumley. Brumley's being tracked as he rolls right. Passes deep downfield. Has a man open, but he overthrew him. There wasn't much breathing room, but there was a slight step that number 3, Jakyron Whitfield, had as he got behind the defense. But Brumley, throwing on the run, couldn't connect. And that'll bring up 4th down and 4 as the Buffaloes hold.
We had a Buffalo in the backfield. Almost had the sack. But, again, Brumley, using his athleticism, gets away from him. And at first, I didn't think he had the football. And when he got away from him, I was like, oh, no. And then, like you said, Kyron Whitfield got behind the defense, just not there just yet.
Number 8, Chaz Bradley, back deep to return to his own 15-yard line. Zaragoza boots it away. It's a short one. Slight spiral. That'll bounce at the McAlister 34-yard line and move towards Broken Bow's side as it rolls out of bounds along the near sideline over to the 36, and that's where McAlister's going to start this drive. They gave up a 1st down on 3rd and 5, but then they stopped the Savages on 4th down and 4. As with 8:50 left to go in the first quarter, no score. The Buffaloes trying to take the lead first here in 2022 as they scored 44.3 points per game last year, 437.1 yards per game, in a season in which they won more games than any McAlister team has won in a season in their history. But they're going for the gold ball this year just like they were last year. Ball's going to be on the near hash at their own 36-yard line. Caden Lesnow getting the start here for the Buffaloes at the quarterback position. And, of course, looks like we're going to roll with Dakota Moten as the running back on the left side of Lesnow to start us off. 8:50 remaining in the first quarter. Here's the snap. Play action, passing left. It'll be caught by Lauerman, and he's breaking down the middle of the field past the 50-yard line on the slant pass all the way over to the Broken Bow 47. That'll move the chains for a 1st down. That 1st down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. Hey, call him up, 918-284-1233 if you're trying to sell your ranch, timber, or recreational land or rural home. Buffaloes are trying to go a little bit tempo here. Already into Broken Bow territory. Excellent pass by Lesnow. Man in motion's Watkins. Here's the give to Watkins on a jet sweep to the right side. He goes to the far hash, but he's not going to get it looks like he might get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Which, of course, Watkins played a lot of running back last year. He had 679 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns. He caught 11 passes for 73 yards, but he primarily ran out of the RB3 spot. Caden Lesnow has had 2 years of backup quarterback play, by the way. In his career, he's a 75% completion guy, 893 yards, 5 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, but we mainly saw him out of the receiver spot last year. Trips right, ball on the right hash. 2nd and 10, here's the snap. Play action, it's going to be a keeper. As it's Lesnow trying to break around a man, and he does to the 45-yard line. Nifty footwork by the junior, Caden Lesnow, making something out of nothing as he gets to the Broken Bow 41, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 4. The Buffaloes' first 3rd down attempt coming up. Last year, they were 54% on 3rd down.
Good eyes right there by Lesnow. Reads the RPO, pulls it, knows where the sticks are, gets out of bounds, made a man miss, used his shiftiness like we talked about in the pregame show. Good move right there by Lesnow.
So 3rd down and 4 upcoming for the Buffaloes from the Broken Bow 41, near hash. Moten staying on the right side of Lesnow. Tied in left, here's the snap. Handoff, Moten trying to find a gap, and Moten's not going to go anywhere. He stood up at the 41. They're going to say he maybe got a yard to bring up 4th down and 3. And here's an early decision for Coach Forrest Mazing, who is 30-9 in his 4 seasons. Well, this is now going to be his 4th season with the Buffaloes. Does he go for 4th down here? Because Caden Lesnow is also your punter for the Buffaloes this season. Last year it was Leighton Bass.
Here comes McCarty. Maybe look for a dozer package.
Remember, McCarty has changed his number from the last 2 seasons of wearing number 5, now wearing number 1. Here comes the dozer package. 4th down and 4 upcoming, and it's a short 4. 4 to snap it. Man in motion. There's the snap. McCarty left side. He will find a gap. Does he have enough to get the first down? He spins, and I think on the spin he might have got the first down. It's close to the first down marker. It's going to depend on the spot. I think on the spin he got out where he needed to be to the 37-yard line, but it sure is close. The Broken Bow defense thinks they held him. McAlester offense thinks they got the first down, and they did. There's the point from the officials, and the drive stays alive with the dozer package with Eric McCarty. So Carter Lance comes out to be a wide receiver. We got Ethan Watkins and Jackson Lauerman as well. And Eli Chapman, the 4-receiver set that we have. Dakota Moten comes back out to be the running back. 6:48 remaining in the first quarter. No score between the Buffs and the Savages as this first quarter is going by quickly. Ball at the Broken Bow 37-yard line near hash. Moten on the right side of Lesnow. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Lesnow. With a beautiful sunset behind him, he goes deep. Wide open man, Jackson Lauerman. There's the first touchdown of 2022. A perfect strike down the middle of the field to a wide open Lauerman like he popped under a trap door at Hook Eales Stadium, First National Field. That makes it 6-0, 6:31 remaining here in the first quarter. What'd you think about that play, partner?
Beautiful post route right there. Beautiful ball by Lesnow. And like you said, he popped out of his trap door because I didn't see Jackson Lauerman down there.
Greer with the PAT. It is good. The Buffaloes lead 7-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to McAlester Football.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is now under new management, and they're ready to deal. At Patriot, we continue to offer the widest selection of high-quality, low-mileage vehicles and affordable financing tailored to your needs. Our extended warranties and protection plans will have you driving to the game with a smile. Speaking of football, Patriot is proud to sponsor the 2022 football season. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on the 69 bypass right next to the mall.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
So after a touchdown strike from Caden Lesnow to Jackson Lauerman, the McAlester Buffaloes will be kicking it off to the Broken Bow Savages. 7-0 our score, 6:31 left to go in the first quarter. Trenton Greer now on the far hash, kicking from the 40-yard line. Here's the approach by Greer. He boots it away. This one's a longer kick, spiraling kick. That'll be caught at the 20-yard line, and they'll try to return it to the 25. And diving forward, here comes a hanky out at the 29-yard line. The tackle looks like it's originally made by number 45, Destin Jacobson, but we'll see the penalty. While we look at that, we have a drive summary, Phillip.
That was a 6-play, 59-yard touchdown drive that took 2 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock. It was capped off with a 37-yard touchdown pass from Caden Lesnow to Jackson Lauerman. The PAT by Greer was good. That's your drive summary, brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. Is a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
Didn't catch the signal from the head official, but it's on the Broken Bow Savages, either a block in the back or a hold. Either way, that'll move them back, and they'll start this drive. Oh, let's see where they move them back to. I think they might start it right. They're about to move it to the 24. They're moving it even further back.
Looks like it might be the 17-yard line.
Yep, that's where they're at. 17-yard line for the Savages, moving left to right. 6:27 remaining in the first quarter. Buffalo's leading early, 7-0. Again, we have more people tuning in. Becky tuning in. Becky Pedigo, thank you for listening. And we will keep on shouting people out as we get them. Joseph Ledford tuning in as well. Thank you, sir. Charlie tuning in from the stands of Hook Eales Stadium, First National Field. 1st and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 left, H-back right, man in motion. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Rogers tries bouncing off a tackle, and he has very little space to go to. He's going to move about 2 yards. Now, credit to Rogers. He stood on his feet and was still driving the legs, but he didn't get past the 20-yard line. Looks like he's going to gain about 3 to make it 2nd down and 7. And guess who was there? Eric McCarty. We talk about his offensive production a lot, but last year he had 104 tackles. 6 for a loss from the safety spot. In the gun, 2nd down and 7. Here's the snap. Hand off again to Rogers, and this one is blown up before it even began.
And Rogers with another carry. He's met right up behind the line.
Tackle for a loss
Lance Stone.
by Mr. Lance Stone at the inside backer spot.
The transfer from Texas read that perfectly. He saw the line open up, and he said, oh, a Mack truck can go through there? I'm a Mack truck, and delivers a blow, one like Chase Faber would have hit.
That's right. He's right there in Chase Faber's old roll. Here's the snap. Play action, passing left. Pass is tipped, and it is did he catch it? He caught it. Who caught that pass? It's down to the 25-yard line. It's not enough for the first down. It's short, but that ball was tipped in the air, and it fluttered towards the turf, and someone grabbed it and moved past the 25. Still not enough for the first down. That'll bring out the punt team as Brumley comes off the field, and the Buffaloes get a 3-and-out. Under 5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. They're going to call a 4th down and 1, and still they're not going to take the risk. Zaragoza back deep to punt. No one back deep to return from McAlester. McCarty says, oh, I'll be the furthest guy. Now Bradley runs back. Here's the punt. Spiraling punt. Good punt. Past the 45-yard line, but again, takes a McAlester bounce. Back past the 50-yard line, and it'll be downed at the Broken Bow 48. And that is where McAlster's going to start the drive with excellent field position. Gage Mullins, class of 2022 for McAlester. Watching from Tishomingo, saying go Buffs. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know where you're listening from once again on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, we're simulcasting this game on the radio, KNED. You can listen on the app or on 1150 AM or 98.3 FM, or you can watch online on YouTube at McAlester Radio's YouTube channel.
You talk about that punt taking a McAlester hop. That ball took a McAlester hop, skip, and jump because it hit about the 41-yard line on McAllister's side and ended up on the 47-yard line of Broken Bow.
So at to be QB Lance Stone, now the quarterback for the Buffaloes. We said they're going to go with the 2-quarterback set. 2 receivers left. McCarty to the left side of Stone, and the snap is bobbled. Stone's going to pick it up himself and run, and boy, does he run over people. He gets past the 45-yard line, and there's no going backwards if you're Stone. You just run over everybody else. He gets to the 43-yard line, and that's going to be a good gain of about 4. Again, that's on a bobbled snap. He says, you know what, this just turned into bulldozer mode. 2nd down and 6 upcoming with 4:15 remaining in the first. Again, Buffalo's leading 7-0. The Savages got a first down on a 3rd and 5, but after that, they had a punt and then a 3-and-out on their last drive. Again, Stone in the gun. H-back right. Here's the snap. First handoff of the year for Eric McCarty. He charges forward, and again, there's no stopping McCarty either. What a pancake block also on the left side by Zach Rogers as Eric McCarty gets inside the 40-yard line to the 39. Bryson Martin, class of 2022 as well. McAlester baseball repping strong. He's watching from Arkansas City, Kansas, saying go Buffs as well. So 3rd down and 2 upcoming for the Buffaloes. So far 0 for 1 on 3rd down here tonight. Here's the snap, passing out near side, caught by Bradley. He makes a move and gets the first down. Skips past one man and gets out to the 31-yard line. That'll move the chains for the Buffaloes. And that will move it to the 32-yard line. That's where the Buffaloes are going to try to hurry up right here. Stone back in the gun with McCarty to the left. He'll hand it off to McCarty again off the right side, but the Savages read it out well. And once again, Zach Rogers is having breakfast. Another pancake over here on the left side. And that's going to be a gain of only 1, though. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the Broken Bow 31-yard line. 3:05 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 our score.
You can tell that this offensive line for the Buffaloes have not hit anybody that's of the other team in a long time because this offensive line is loving the action.
Very true. Same set. 2 receivers left. H-back right. McCarty left. Here's the play action. A run by Stone, and he's got a breakaway. He's going down the middle of the field, and he'll stroll into the end zone. First touchdown as a McAlester Buffalo for Stone Cold Lance Stone.
I love the call. Love the call.
And that'll make the score 13-0. 2:44 left to go here in the first quarter. Already starting this year, again, stronger in the first quarter than they did against Broken Bow, where it's kind of slow against Broken Bow in the first quarter. Scored 29 in the second, but it's already 13-0, and Greer makes it 14-0, pinning a PAT, or excuse me, pinning a flag. We'll see if it's offsides or it is offsides. And they're still going to have to kick it again, though. 2:44 again left to go in the first quarter. It is 13-0. We've seen at times when the defense will go offsides, the Buffs would go for a 2-point conversion. And it looks like that's what they're going to do here. Greer comes off the field. And coming on, we have Dustin Jacobson. Looks like that's Eli Chapman. Watkins strolling his way out there as well. You know, we talk about McCarty out of the dozer package. Stone can just easily as well go into the dozer package. You talked about how he reminded you of a Blake Bell type figure. Yeah, that run showed it. They only have 3 seconds to snap it. They got to hurry. 2 seconds, 1 second. They get the play off in time. Stone off the left side. He will crash into the end zone. 2-point is good. 15-0 our score. 2:44 remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to McAlester Football here on KNED.
Labor Day comes around only once a year, and the same goes for the Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale. And it's going on right now. Hurry in for huge savings on living room furniture. Sectionals start at just $14.68. Sofa and love seat only $9.98. Rocker recliners start at $4.58. The Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale. Vickers offers 24 months no interest financing too. Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
We're celebrating 40 years of being a Nissan dealership here at Fenton Nissan of McAlester, and we're proud to be one of the oldest in the nation.
We're honored to serve our local communities and look forward to serving you in the years to come.
Come meet our friendly staff and see why we are the best deal dealer.
Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OU or OSU football tickets.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent you.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer.
Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
Willis and Whitfield and Rogers back deep for the Savages.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. We have a kickoff as the McAlester Buffaloes lead 15-0. Here's a return by Jakyron Whitfield after he makes a move to the 35-yard line. He will be tackled by Carter Lance at the 40-yard line. Again, Whitfield is a guy that returned a ball 81 yards in McCurtain County last year. He's a dangerous weapon. He gets out to the 40-yard line, but not past the 50, so still starting this drive in Broken Bow territory. We have a drive summary after Lance Stone scored his first touchdown as a Buffalo.
That was a fast 5-play, 47-yard touchdown drive that only took 1 minute and 54 seconds, capped off by a 31-yard touchdown run by Lance Stone. The PAT by Trenton, the 2-point conversion by Stone was good. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
Avion Simon, class of 2022, checking in. Hey, Zach Rogers is doing him proud right now.
He is, and I said in the pregame, Avion, that I want Zach Rogers to fill your shoes perfectly, and so far he is. He is throwing everyone that they put over there around.
Yeah, he is a Henderson State football player now. He's listening, tuning in from Henderson State, saying finish what we started. And I think we might have a timeout or at least a stoppage right now. We'll take a 30-second break here on KNED.
I used to have a friend whose car got sideswiped by another vehicle. No mechanical damage, but it sure left him with an ugly ride. The insurance company offered to repair it, but my friend decided to take the money and run. That's a bad move. A year later, he had to sell it, and that's when he discovered that a little paint and body work would have doubled the resale value on his car. Invest your money wisely. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester. It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester and let us make it happen for you.
All right, we're back into play. 2:35 left to go in the first quarter. First down and 10 for the Savages after McAlester is now leading 15-0 on 2 consecutive touchdown drives. Here's the snap to Brumley. He is in the backfield trying to go deep, passing deep across his body, and it will be bumped up in the air. And what an amazing catch by Jakyron Whitfield. Down the far sideline, he'll get into the end zone. He won the battle and made a bobbling catch. And what an answer back by the Broken Bow Savages. A 60-yard touchdown bomb from Christian Brumley to Jakyron Whitfield. Jakyron Whitfield only had one catch for 4 yards last year against the Buffaloes. Well, I'll tell you what, he is now, what is that? 150% past what he had last year in one catch. And they're out of the swinging gate right now, but I assume they're going to go back over here to the regular PAT spot as AZ Zaragoza is getting ready to try to kick it through the uprights. With the hold is number 12, Jace Roberts. So they answer back quickly. And Broken Bow's here to say, hey, if you thought this was going to be a cakewalk, I think you thought wrong. We're going to be having a delay of game. Or a timeout. We'll have a timeout for a PAT. We'll take it. You're listening to McAlester Football here on KNED.
Vickers Power Sports. Drop by and check out our selection of Can-Am, Polaris, and Kawasaki side-by-sides and ATVs in stock. Vickers Power Sports also offers a 45-minute express lube and filter service. Plus, we carry a full line of parts and accessories like sound bars, roofs, windshields, and more, all in stock. Vickers Power Sports. Call us at 918-423-3306 or go to vickerspowersports.com.
All right, 2:23 left to go in the first quarter. Broken Bow takes their second time out in 2 minutes. Here's the snap. Kick is up. And the PAT, after a long touchdown pass from Brumley over to Whitfield, is good. 15-7 as the Buffaloes lead by a score and a 2-point conversion. 2:23 left to go here in the first quarter. Since we just came out of a commercial break, let's go ahead and let's have our drive summary here first. Phillip, if you're ready.
That was a one-play, 60-yard touchdown strike from Christian Brumley to Kyron Whitfield, and it only took 12 seconds off the clock. And the PAT is good. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
And we had a red zone alert earlier, but we were running quickly, so we want to go ahead and give them a shout-out. McAlester Home Store. Again, remodeling or building a house can be rough. They make it easier. Get flooring, backsplash, paint, and appliances, plus you can get a free design consultation. Again, this McAlester Home Store, your red zone sponsor this year. So the Buffaloes are trying to make it 3 for 3 in touchdown drives. This is the first time that Broken Bow is kicking it off to the Buffaloes. They'll be returning it right to left. So again, 15-7. And we were going to say earlier, it was an underthrown ball, and it was well played by, I believe it was Eli Chapman. But it was just a fantastic catch by Jakyron Whitfield.
Tip drill 101.
It's just that when the ball got tipped up and went up in the air, Whitfield, not only did he come down with it, but he kept his footing to be able to score. That's incredible.
Never quit on a play. Coaches tell you that every day at practice. Never quit on a play.
100% Whitfield. Man, hats off to him. All right, so Zaragoza back at his own 35-yard line will kick it away to the Buffs. It looks like Bradley and Blaze Baugh back deep to return. It's going to be a short kick, end over end, caught at the 24-yard line and stopped there. Maybe 2 yards on the return, as that was Braden Bumpus trying to return it, but it only got 2 yards out to the McAlester 26-yard line. So 2:08. I don't know why the clock is okay, there it goes. It stops. Now it's ticking again. 2:03 left to go here in the first quarter. Trent Boatwright is listening on his way over to the MAC right now.
The official has been trying to signal the clock to stop. It has ran from 2:15 to 1:56.
It finally has stopped at 1:56. But it's only, again, the first quarter, 15-7. Your McAlester Buffaloes leading right now. Caden Lussnow back in at quarterback. Looks like it's going to be, I think that's Blaze Baugh to the left of him. Here's the snap. Rolling out to the left is Lussnow. He'll pass. It'll be dropped by Ethan Watkins. He had it at the 30-yard line. It would have been a gain of about 4. Bearing down on him was a Broken Bow Savage. Seemed to be number 5 there. Cannon Willis that was closing in on him. Same way with Christian Brumley. 2nd down and 10 upcoming for the Buffaloes at their own 26 with, again, 1:53 remaining in the first quarter. 8-point game, McAlester leading. So again, ball will be on the left side of Les now. 2 receivers to each side, ball on the far hash. Here's the snap. And we have a flag. And that's going to be a false start on the offense. So it looked like the Buffaloes had all the momentum in the world. It looked like it's going to be a game like last year where it finished 39-7. And then one pass kind of took the momentum and put it all over on the far side. By the way, it's a great showing tonight. Great amount of fans over here from McAlester on our side of the gridiron. On the other side, it's full seating over there for Broken Bow.
Standing room only. Literally, they're sitting on the hill, Brandon. They're sitting on the hill in the south end zone.
Good night for football. Maybe a tad bit warm.
But like you said, just one play. It's like one swing of the bat in baseball can change all the momentum, and right now Broken Bow has a ton of it.
2nd and 15, the snap. Hand off to Ball. Ball up the middle. He has nowhere to go. That's going to be no gain in 3rd and 15 coming up. So the offensive line has been doing pretty well so far tonight. But there's been a few times where that defensive line of the Broken Bow Savages, which, again, doesn't bring back a ton of experience, is having pretty good success at times against this Buffalo offensive line, which brings back 60% of their starters from last year.
Absolutely right, and and that's what we talk about, just being physical. You got to be maulers up front. Coach Mazie has talked about it all week. Being week 0, look for this team to progress as the night goes on up front.
Moten, the running back on the right side, of Les now, the snap. Les now grabs it with one hand, spins the ball, and rolls left. He'll pass downfield, has a man open. He makes the catch. With it is Chaz Bradley over to the 42-yard line. Hey, Trent, I know you're listening. He's doing that number 8 well. On 3rd and 15, going to his left, Les now delivers a fantastic ball to Chaz Bradley with his second catch as McAlester Buffalo over to the McAlester 42-yard line. Under a minute left to go here in the first. Buffalo's leading by 8. Another snap. Looks like the same play. Rolling left, Les now. He'll, again, toss it deep into a big-time coverage in it. It's almost picked off. As there were 2 Buffaloes downfield. There were 3 Savages in the vicinity, 2 next to that ball. And that time it just fell harmlessly to the turf.
I want to go back to the play right before that, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Caden Les now rolls to the opposite of his strong hand. He gets his shoulders turned, delivers a strike to Chaz Bradley. It was a little high, but he lets his big man go up and get it. That play right there, again, rolling to his left, throwing from this weak side, and still the arm talent to get the ball down there. Great quarterback talent there by Les now.
2nd down and 10, the snap, handoff, Moten trying to go left, and he's caught from the helmet, staying on his feet, still being driven backwards, and we have another flag around the 43-yard line. We'll see what this one's on.
I feel like that Savage defense has been watching a little PRCA steer wrestle in the way that they took Moten down there.
By the way, getting that catch by Chaz Bradley, we do have a holding on the offense, so another penalty on the Buffaloes. And I'll make it 2nd down and 20 upcoming. But Chaz Bradley, he's a transfer from Mustang High School in Oklahoma. One of the many transfers. Blaze Ball, we've said his name a few times. He's a transfer from Tallahena High School. Again, Lance Stone from Collinsville High School, not the Cardinals. We're talking about Collinsville, Texas, where he was a district newcomer of the year as a freshman a couple of seasons ago. So 2nd down and 20. The Buffaloes were able to overcome 3rd and 15. Can they get 2nd and 20? They'll have to rely almost certainly on the arm of Les now here. Man in motion is Watkins. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Les now going deep. Has a man, and it's overthrown. But if you look on the far side, he had Carter Lance breaking open. He just read the wrong man. Now, I will still say Eli Chapman had a break, but Lance was breaking free on the far sideline.
If the throw, he just put a little bit too much air on it. He felt the pressure coming off the blind side, had to air one out. If he hits Chapman in that stride, Chapman pulls away.
No one's catching Chapman.
That would have reminded me of a play that we just saw 10 years ago.
All right, we have a timeout. McAlester will take it. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane. both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves most of eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations locally in McAlister, Bache, and Wilburton, elsewhere in Stigler, Porham, Shakota, Longtown, Muskogee, and more. If you need propane, there's only one number to call. That's 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years. Now that's saying something. At Compass Capital Management, you'll receive confidence in your financial security as we provide direction, clarity, and vision for your future. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlister, Oklahoma, 74501.
So 3rd and 19 upcoming for the Buffaloes. They just came out of their first use timeout. They lead 15-7 over the Broken Bow Savages. Again, 27 seconds remaining in the quarter. 3rd and very long. Lesnow gets the snap. He's back to pass. Broken Bow coming with the pressure. Rolling left is Lesnow. He's being tracked down. He's going to be tackled out of bounds. And the Buffaloes will have to punt the ball away. They're bringing everybody. That was the entire front 7 coming at Caden Lesnow. And with McAlister running with 4 receivers, there's just not enough guys to block all 7 of those Broken Bow players. So Lesnow will be back deep to punt. 21 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And Broken Bow has a chance to either tie or get pretty close if they can score on this next drive. Lesnow will be at his own 20-yard line. 8-point lead for McAlister. 4th and 22. That was a loss of 3, by the way. 4 seconds to snap it. 3, 2. Lesnow will grab it, roll left. He will punt it away, and it's a good one. Spiraling punt. That'll be taken at the 32-yard line on the other side of the 50 by Whitfield. Whitfield gets past the man to the 50-yard line, to the far sideline, and he will be pushed back to about the McAlister 49, maybe 48 and a half. Again, Whitfield was the man that made that fantastic grab on a Hail Mary, is pretty much what it was, to have a 60-yard touchdown. And he's been a dangerous return man as he's averaged about 25 yards per return so far in his 3 returns. 8 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Enough time for one play by the Savage offense. This is their best starting position so far in the game at the McAlister 48-yard line. 15-7 is our score. Again, McAlister leading by 8. Just 2 years ago at this field, McAlister, it took them a goal line stand to be able to beat the Savages last year in a 21-13 game. And so far, this one's already shaping up to be a pretty good one.
Defense has to be awake right here because look for the Savages to go deep again. Test that vertical defense.
Brumley in the gun, 2 receivers each side. Brumley pump fakes, rolls left. He's running out of real estate, and he'll be tackled out of bounds. He's pushed out of bounds. Don't know if he got to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to be pushed out 1 yard shy, so I'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Eli Chapman was the man who pushed him out. And with 2.2 seconds left, we have enough time for one more play, for sure now.
He pumped his receiver. His receiver went for the hitch. It was a hitch and go. He pumped him. So they're already wanting to test this defense going vertical.
Trips right. Single receiver on the far side is Whitfield. Rogers to the right of Brumley. The snap. Hand off Rogers. He's tripped up at the line. He's going to push himself forward for a gain of 2, but that's the end of the first quarter. McAlister leading 15-7. 3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Savages when we come back here on KNED.
McAlister Pepsi has got what you need. From food service to vending or just plain customer service, McAlister Pepsi can hook you up with all of your beverage needs. We are not your typical soda company. McAlister Pepsi is the total beverage provider, from water to energy teas, juice, and soda, and so much more. Visit us at McAlisterPepsi.com or give us a call, 918-423-2360. McAlister Pepsi, proud sponsor of the 2022 football season.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
We'd like to thank some more of our sponsors this evening: H&P Heating and Air Conditioning, MJ's Lawn and Landscaping, Mark Emmons Photography, McDonald's, and Miller Glass.
All right, fresh 12 minutes on the clock. 15-7, your McAlester Buffaloes lead over the Broken Bow Savages. Broken Bow is in McAlester territory, and depending on what happens on this 3rd down and 9, it could be 4-down territory. So here come the Savages. Again, they're going to be now moving the ball right to left after the change of quarters. And it will be Brumley in the gun. They're going to go trips right. Single receiver on the near side is going to be Chikyron Whitfield. We're going to be saying his name a lot here tonight. We've already done it a lot tonight. Camden Rogers will be on the right side of Brumley. Ball in the near hash. McAllister's defensive backs are pressing. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Going deep. One-on-one coverage. The ball's up, and it's incomplete. Great coverage by Chaz Bradley. Going right on with Chikyron Whitfield. And that will make it 4th down and long. And here comes the punt team for the Savages. Talk about that coverage there by Bradley.
Two times right there, Broken Bow has tested the defensive backs going vertical. This time, Chaz Bradley does not get out of position. He stays right there, gets his head turned around just in the right amount of time. The ball drops in, and the relentless hand fighting as the ball comes down forces that 3 and out.
All right, 4th down and 11 upcoming. Excuse me, make that 4th down and 9. 11:55 remaining in the first half. 15-7 is our score. Bradley, who just was on coverage right there, is going to be back deep to return at his own 9-yard line. And Zaragoza will be at his own 40-yard line. So the Buffalo defense steps up. McAlester leading by 8 points, trying to give them some more cushion here soon. Zaragoza gets the ball. Ball is away. End-over-end punt, bouncing at the 17-yard line. Bradley grabs it, and he stumbles, but he gets back on his feet. Breaks past the 20-yard line and gets to about the 25. Good return by Chaz Bradley. Again, the Mustang transfer. And that'll get him out to the 26-yard line where McAlester will start this drive. Partner, what have you thought about the first 3 drives for McAlester so far?
First 2 drives, amazing. You couldn't do anything wrong. That last drive, Broken Bow brought everybody. They were bringing pressure, making McAlester do things that they don't want to do. McAlester just needs to keep their composure. The staff knows what they're doing. Tell this offensive line, this is what happened. This is where we need to be better. And watch from now on this offensive line progress and start getting better, start gelling and picking up their double teams where they need them.
Quarterbacks have been alternating on drives. Lance Stone back in at quarterback. Dakota Moten on the left side of him. Here's the snap. Stone keeps it himself, runs over a dude, but then he's tripped up by his legs as he gets about a yard on the carry. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. That's how you're going to win if against Lance Stone. You got to go low. Going up high is bad news for you.
And football, the low man always wins. And Broken Bow is showing that when they go to tackle Lance Stone now.
You can already tell under first-year head coach Rod Davis, when it comes to fundamentals and getting ready for a Week 0 game, they're right there.
Broken Bow has been there all the time. They're a headbanger of a 4A team year in and year out.
In the gun, Stone with a tailback to the left side of him. H-back right, that looks like it's Jacobson. Here's the snap. Handoff to Moten. Moten trying to get a block forward. He gets past the 25 and tackled down again at the line of scrimmage. He might have even lost a yard. Broken Bow's defense has come to play here tonight, suffocating McAllister's offense on the last couple of drives.
Right there was just an outside zone. McAlester was getting to the edge, not fast enough as Moten was waiting in the backfield for that block. He saw the block finally starts to go upfield, but what he didn't see was the 4 or 5 other gold hats trailing him. So as soon as he made that cut, they forced him back for the loss of 1.
By the way, McAlester wearing the white helmets, Buffalo script on the helmets with the black jerseys, white pants. Broken Bow gold helmets, white jerseys, black pants here tonight. Stone in the gun. Here's the snap. It'll be another handoff on 3rd and long, and what a hit! as it was again Dakota Moten on the carry, but there was nowhere to go, and he was leveled by a Broken Bow linebacker. And that'll bring up 4th down as the Buffalo offense goes 3 and out again. What a hit. I mean, it's like his feet got just swept up underneath him. Big hit.
Strong physical play right there by the inside linebacker, Broken Bow. And that's something that we talked about all during the pregame and last year is Broken Bow is physical. They are extremely physical, and right now they're seeing it up front.
Again, they're a top 10 team. Here's a snap. Les now will punt it away. Another great spiraling punt with a beauty of a sky behind it. It'll be grabbed at the 26-yard line. Might around the 25, and that's a good way of Caden Les now to flip the field. Ball gets put at the Broken Bow 25-yard line. 9:21 remaining in the first half. Buffaloes again leading 15-7. So after McAlester scoring on the first 2 drives, Broken Bow's defense, they have made adjustments, and McAlester has not been able to respond. Buffalo defense, save one play, has been excellent. So 9:21 again left to go here in the first half. 15-7 our score. This game brought to you in part by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, the Bank and A, Vickers Furniture, Fenton Nissan, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Vickers Furniture. I already said that. Vickers Power Sports, Freedom Ford, and WE Offered Propane. Brandon Green along with Phillip Jewell Jr. here bringing you the call here tonight. On week 0, opening game of the 2022 season. So the ball is going to be on the near hash. Broken Bow moving right to left. 9:21 left to go in the first half. Again, 8-point lead for the Buffaloes. Trips right, and we have zeros on the play clock. We have a delay of game. Not a way you want to start a drive if you're the Savage faithful over on the far side. That'll bring up first down and 15. So all the way back up to the 20-yard line now on Broken Bow's side of the 50. Again, the big play has been Broken Bow's friend. Trips right. Whitfield by himself on the near side. Bradley will be the one in coverage. Snap, and we've got a false start. They're going to move back 5 more yards to bring up first down and 20. And McAllister's defensive line looking right there over at, I believe that's number 55 for the Buffaloes, Sean Perkins. He's just clapping. Just keep on backing it up. First and 20 now. The nose of the football is at the 15-yard line. McAllister defensive backs pressing again. McAllister bringing some pressure. Brumley back to pass. He's surrounded. He steps up in the pocket. He'll try to run. He's got some wheels, and he'll get out to the 20-yard line for a gain of 5. So that'll bring up second down and 15.
Number 40, Will Spears on the tackle for the Buffalo.
As the time continues to tick down to 8:40 left to go in the half. Look at the sky, partner. I mean, you know you can't see it on the video stream and definitely on the radio, but that's why you need to come out, not just to see these guys play, but a beautiful sky over here at First National Field.
16.
Friday Night Lights brings out the watercolored skies in Oklahoma.
That's right. High snap, and Brumley almost got tackled in the backfield for a big loss, but they still don't get much. They get out to the 20-yard line.
Brumley on the carry there.
As Brumley is tackled by Malachi Rice.
No gain.
No gain, maybe a gain of 1 to bring up 3rd and 14. Before you say anything, I want to add something that's cool. For whom the bell tolls now plays on 3rd down over here at Hook Eales Stadium, First National Field, by request of defensive coordinator Seth Burgess.
Make it feel like an NFL stadium. I like it.
So 3rd and 14 upcoming. What did the Buffaloes decide to do here? 2 receivers to each side, ball in the near hash, 7 seconds to snap it. Brumley gets it. Here comes the pressure. Brumley has the pocket, now has to roll left. He's going to try to air it deep. He'll throw it off his back foot. It is intercepted. Chaz Bradley, Oski to the 35-yard line. Has some room to the 30, 25. There's a flag to the 20-yard line. Down the far sideline. He skirts past the big man and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, McAlester on a pick 6. But don't be surprised if this is coming back. The man in the white hat is already waving it off. We're going to be having a block in the back on the return, but the interception will still stand. That's the first turnover of the year for the Black Death defense, courtesy of Chaz Bradley. What a pick. He grabbed it down by his feet and was able to keep control. And if it wasn't for and here's the thing, on the block in the back, I don't even think he needed the block to be able to score there.
Absolutely not. He was already breaking him around to the other sideline. I want to give credit to Eric McCarty. We talk about what he can do on offense, running the football, making tackles at safety. The guy just threw himself in front of a receiver from Broken Bow, used himself as a battering ram to get Chaz Bradley to the outside. I mean, just a wonderful play right there, sacrificing himself for his teammate. Good play right there by Eric McCarty to help Chaz Bradley out.
7:20 left to go in the first half, and that might be just what McAlester needed to be able to get the momentum right back, and it seems like it is. Blaze Ball is going to come out to be the running back. McAlester has plenty of options at the running back spot, as they're going to have 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Ball will be on the right side, the Tallahena transfer. Les now at the snap. Hand off to Baugh. Baugh makes a move. He gets past the 25-yard line, stays on his feet, breaks an ankle tackle, and gets to the 23-yard line. Solid run by Blaze Baugh in his first game as a McAlester Buffalo in his senior season. The 5'10", 195-pound senior. They're going to call it a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 from the near hash.
Great play right there. Like you said, the physicality and the strength of the senior from Tallahena. He reads the counterplay perfect, uses his power to pick up most of that yardage as he was met at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 4. Good game by Baugh. Here's the snap. Les now passes left. It will be caught at the 20-yard line, and there'll be a first down for the Buffaloes. That first down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, or recreational land, or rural home, call Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties at 918-284-1233. Jaden Chaney on the reception for McAlester. That was enough for the first down by just a yard, and that will put him into the red zone. Again, brought to you by McAlester Home Store. Go see them on 5th and Wyandotte in McAlester. They got free measurements and quality installers. Here's the snap. Les now will roll right, look in the end zone. No one's open. He's going to be tackled for a huge loss back around the 30-yard line. They'll mark his forward progress, I don't know where. I think maybe at the 29 or 28. Nope, it looks like it's going to be right there at the 30. That's going to be a loss of 10 yards for the sack on Caden Lesnow. At that point, you got to just throw it away. But again, this is his first game starting for second game starting for McAlester at quarterback. His freshman year, he started the final regular season game over at Tulsa Will Rogers. So this is his second start at quarterback for the junior. 2nd and 21 upcoming now with trips left. Snap, back to pass, screen pass caught by Lauerman, and he's going to be hit quickly, as that's only going to be a gain of 1. The man there was number 21, Camden Rogers. Now bring up 3rd down and 20. And just like it seemed that McAlester was about to score, one play has brought him back to the 31-yard line. And they're going to be trying to pick up big yardage here. I think you're in a position, though, that no matter what you get here, you might as well go for it on 4th down, though.
Even an interception around the goal line still flips the field like a punt.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to be having a timeout here. We'll take it. Buffaloes lead 15-7, 5:05 left to go in the half. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
CryoShock McAlester will help you with athletic performance and recovery. Whole body cryotherapy causes inhibition of inflammation, which results in a reduction of pain and swelling. WBC is the natural and safe way to prevent or eliminate joint pain associated with the following: rheumatoid and osteoarthritis, muscle sprain and strain, sports injuries, and repetitive motion injury. Make cryotherapy part of your wellness regimen. Fast and convenient for rapid recovery of injuries. CryoShock McAlester, 405 East Chickasaw Suite C, McAlester.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlester is having an end-of-season sale on all 2022 Gravely commercial zero-turn mowers. We carry Gravely zero-turns from 42 up to 60-inch cuts. The 2023s are coming soon, so now's the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all 2022 Gravely zero-turn models. There's no better time to get that new Gravely commercial zero-turn. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyards.
3rd and 21 upcoming for the Buffaloes at the Broken Bow 31-yard line. They had to get all the way out to the 10 to continue this drive. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here's the snap. Hand off to Bradley, reverse over to Watkins, and Watkins got some room to the 30-yard line, to the 25, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. At first, he had a ton of room, but a great job by the Broken Bow defense to get back up on him. It's going to be a gain of only 5 to still bring out 4th down and long, but when you got 3rd down and long like that, why not break out the trick play? You can almost guarantee McAlister's going to go for it here on 4th. So Bradley was in the running back spot. It ended up being a reverse over to Ethan Watkins, who took it out to the 25-yard line. 4th and 15 upcoming for the Buffaloes. Ball in the near hash.
Bradley's in the backfield, partner.
Bradley to the right side of Lesnow. The snap. It gets away from Lesnow, and it gets kicked away, and it'll be picked up by the Broken Bow Savages on a bad snap, number 44. That is Quinlan Bailey jumping on it and giving the Savage offense the ball. Now to about the 38-39-yard line. It was too far to the right of Caden Lesnow, and we have a turnover on McAlister. It's that week 0 rust, buddy.
You're absolutely right, partner. These guys haven't played a meaningful football game since December. You play a scrimmage last week on the road. And it typically, things go well. You look good. You don't look good in some spots. But once the lights turn on and the games mean something on the win-loss record, you're going to see those kinks in that first game. But the good thing about tonight is whether you win, whether you lose, but you want to win, these games don't define whether or not you can go to the playoffs, as these aren't district points games.
Here's the first snap, and we've got some whistles first.
I think it's going to be a timeout on Broken Bow.
Yep, we'll take it. You're listening to McAlister Football on
Welcome
KND.
to Allstate, where DriveWise and the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback, and by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact McAlister Allstate agent Lyle Whitworth for a quote today.
Caring Hands Healthcare Center.
DriveWise and other safe driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlister and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
4:49 left to go in the first half. Buffalo's leading 15-7, but it's been a defensive battle since the touchdown throw from Brumley over to Jakiron Whitfield. 2 receivers right, 1 left, H-back left. Here's the snap. Brumley will hand it off over to Kanan Willis, and oh no, it's going to be a play-action pass over to number 88, and getting all the way to the 43-yard line, faking me out. Leland Billy, the 6'3", 285-pound junior with the grab, getting out to the 43-yard line. McAlister was ready to wrap up number 21, Camden Rogers, but a gain of 4 on the play action. 4:20 left to go here in the first half. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Running back to the left side, it's Rogers. Ball in the far hash. Here's the snap, a little high. Hand off over to Rogers up the middle, and he breaks through. First down, out past the McAlister 50-yard line to the 46. And now move the chains for the Savages.
Camden Rogers on the carry there for the Savages.
Just a power run right there by Camden Rogers. Gets upfield. One man to beat, and it's Ethan Watkins. If Watkins doesn't deliver that blow, you're looking at possibly this game being tied. Great touchdown saving tackle right there by Ethan Watkins.
Brumley's under pressure. He's going to take it and run himself, and he's got, again, wheels as he gets past the 45-yard line and, again, makes something out of nothing. Gets to the 43-yard line, and that will be a gain of nearly 5 for the Savages. And, hey, I want to apologize for people watching on YouTube. If you're trying to see the scoreboard on the bottom right side of your screen, we've got new lights over here at Hook Eales Stadium, First National Field, and that is blinding the camera right now. So that is that's pretty insane. But it is 3:27 now left to go here in the first half. 2nd and 6 upcoming for the Savages from the McAlester 43-yard line. Buffalo's leading 15-7. Tailback to each side of Brumley. 2 receivers each side. H-back left. Here's the snap. Handoff Rogers. No keeper. Brumley. He'll be tackled on one-on-one coverage by number 7. That is going to be Blaze Ball with the tackle, I believe. Great open field tackle, because if he gets around Ball, that could be a touchdown. And got out to the 42-yard line. 3rd and 5 upcoming.
Great keeper right there by Brumley. Gets to the left side. Full flow going right on the read option. Like you said, partner, he had one man to beat. If Blaze Ball doesn't deliver that blow, just like Ethan Watkins on 2 plays before, you're looking at possibly a tie game right there, because we've seen what Brumley can do. He is a very fast kid.
2 receivers right, man in motion. The snap. Play action. Brumley will pass deep, looking for Jakyron Whitfield. This one is picked off again by Chaz Bradley. He's got 2 of them out to the 19-yard line, and he says, give me that. He was not going to get beat. He snatches that for his 2nd interception of the game, and the Buffaloes will get the ball back. McAlester could not score the last time that he ended up getting an interception. They'll try to do it. They'll try to, make right here on this next one, but they'll have to go 80 yards in 2 minutes and 21 seconds.
Right now, Chaz Bradley reminds me of the old lady at church when she brings cookies to Sunday school. It's like, everybody get one. He's like, I'll take one. I'll take one. That right now is Chaz Bradley with these interceptions.
So we're going to be having 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. It looks like Lance Stone back in at quarterback. Moten to the left side of him. Here's the snap. Handoff. Moten, right side, finds a gap, gets past the 25-yard line, and he's carrying Broken Bow Savages all the way near the 30-yard line. Gain of 9 by Dakota Moten. That'll bring up 2nd down and 1. 2:06 left to go here in the second quarter, and they're going to try to up the tempo.
Hard physical run there by the senior. They put the dozer. They put the more bruiser quarterback in, and Lance Stoney hands off to Moten, who's more of the bruiser running back, picks up a hard 9.
2nd down and 1. Snap. Stone passes way too high. He was looking for Jaden Chaney on a screen pass to the far side. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 1. I'm looking over at Eric McCarty, who did not play on the last defensive drive, and he is not with his helmet right now on the near sideline. And it will be 3rd down and 1, but I'm keeping an eye on him. He's still standing right there where the ball is at the 29-yard line, watching every single play. But I know he was talking to the trainers not too long ago. 2 receivers left. Here's the snap. Handoff. Moten will get the 1st down by about a yard. They'll stop the clock for the moment. 1:42 left to go here in the half. Buffaloes leading 15-7. And Ethan Watkins will come out for the Buffaloes. So will, looks like Jackson Lauerman. New set of receivers.
Malachi Rice exits the field as well.
So Jaden Chaney on the far side. He's with Ethan Watkins. Watkins will be the one in the slot. And it's Carter Lance and Jackson Lauerman on the near side. Stone stays the quarterback. 90 seconds left to go in the half. 8-point lead for the black and gold. Here's the snap. Handoff. And, whoa, another huge hit for a loss. Defensive line. And I think that the Buffalo running back might have gotten leveled by his own guy because of how far the defensive lineman drove his opposition. What a hit.
You got to win the battle in the trenches, partner. It starts up there when that motor is pumping for this defensive front the way it is right now for the Savages. It's very hard to move the football. And just like you said, number 88 there for Broken Bow, what is he, like 260 playing defensive end?
285.
285 defensive end.
2nd and 13, 45 seconds left to go in the half. Lance gets the snap, rolls left, passes left. It is caught, and another huge hit. Broken Bow's defense is about as physical as any defense that we've seen covering McAlester football here in this first half.
Ethan Watkins with the reception. He's hit
McAlister's going to call timeout. We'll take it with 31 seconds left right here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is now under new management, and they're ready to deal. At Patriot, we continue to offer the widest selection of high-quality, low-mileage vehicles and affordable financing tailored to your needs. Our extended warranties and protection plans will have you driving to the game with a smile. Speaking of football, Patriot is proud to sponsor the 2022 football season. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on the 69 bypass right next to the mall.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
3rd and 8 upcoming. 31 seconds left to go in the first half. Buffalo's leading 15-7. Here's the snap. Stone back to pass. He's under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Throws it as deep as he can, and he's going to way overthrow his intended target. And Bradley, Chaz Bradley, he was the one that was looking for that ball. He has had 2 interceptions in a row, and the Buffalo offense has not been able to capitalize. And that will force them to punt the ball away here with 25 seconds remaining in the half. 15-7 our score. And if you're watching on the YouTube stream, you're trying to see me try to fix this scoreboard that's just whited out in the bottom right side of our screen. Again, those lights are pretty bright. Brand new lights over here at Hook Eales Stadium.
The new LEDs. Except these ones don't flicker and flash like the ones in college.
Snap, Les now will quick punt it away. It's floating up in the air. It'll be bounced at the 40-yard line. Taking McAlister bounce, and it'll be picked up by Jakyron Whitfield at the 33-yard line. Dangerous play there by Whitfield. But with 16 seconds left to go in the first half, we'll see if the Broken Bow Savages decide to just take a knee or take a shot here. So again, 16 seconds left to go. We'll have a halftime show coming up in just a moment. And that will be on both radio and YouTube. Just keeping that in mind. As again, 15-7, the McAlister Buffaloes lead by 8. Broken Bow's defense has been phenomenal. After the first 2 drives of the game, McAlister scoring. Since then, they have just not had any luck. So, coming out will be Christian Brumley. He'll get under center. Looks like they're just going to take a knee here. And that'll be the end of the first half. McAlister leading 15-7 in a defensive battle here. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Labor Day comes around only once a year, and the same goes for the Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale. And it's going on right now. Hurry in for huge savings on living room furniture. Sectionals start at just $14.68. Sofa and love seat only $9.98. Rocker recliners start at $4.58. The Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale. Vickers offers 24 months no interest financing too. Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlister.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
We're celebrating 40 years of being a Nissan dealership here at Fenton Nissan of McAlister, and we're proud to be one of the oldest in the nation.
We're honored to serve our local communities and look forward to serving you in the years to come.
Come meet our friendly staff and see why we are the best deal dealer.
Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OU or OSU football tickets.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent you.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer.
Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
I used to have a friend whose car got sideswiped by another vehicle. No mechanical damage, but it sure left him with an ugly ride. The insurance company offered to repair it, but my friend decided to take the money and run. That's a bad move. A year later, he had to sell it, and that's when he discovered that a little paint and body work would have doubled the resale value on his car. Invest your money wisely. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlister.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlister. It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlister and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports. Drop by and check out our selection of Can-Am, Polaris, and Kawasaki side-by-sides and ATVs in stock. Vickers Power Sports also offers a 45-minute express lube and filter service. Plus, we carry a full line of parts and accessories like sound bars, roofs, windshields, and more, all in stock. Vickers Power Sports. Call us at 918-423-3306 or go to vickerspowersports.com. Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves most of eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations locally in McAlister, Bache, and Wilburton, elsewhere in Stigler, Porham, Shakota, Longtown, Muskogee, and more. If you need propane, there's only one number to call. That's 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years. At Compass Capital Management, you'll receive confidence in your financial security as we provide direction, clarity, and vision for your future. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlister, Oklahoma, 74501.
McAlister Pepsi has got what you need. From food service to vending or just plain customer service, McAlister Pepsi can hook you up with all of your beverage needs. We are not your typical soda company. McAlister Pepsi is the total beverage provider, from water to energy teas, juice, and soda, and so much more. Visit us at McAlisterPepsi.com or give us a call, 918-423-2360. McAlister Pepsi, proud sponsor of the 2022 football season.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlister and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
CryoShock McAlister will help you with athletic performance and recovery. Whole body cryotherapy causes inhibition of inflammation, which results in a reduction of pain and swelling. WBC is the natural and safe way to prevent or eliminate joint pain associated with the following: rheumatoid and osteoarthritis, muscle sprain and strain, sports injuries, and repetitive motion injury. Make cryotherapy part of your wellness regimen, fast and convenient for rapid recovery of injuries. CryoShock McAlister, 405 East Chickasaw Suite C, McAlister.
Well, if you're wanting to see a scoreboard on YouTube, you're probably going to be in bad luck. You're going to just have to listen to us for a little while. Buffaloes are leading 15-7. We have about 15 minutes until the start of the second half. Again, McAlister leading 15-7 over the Broken Bow Savages. It started off excellent for McAlister. First two drives, they went right down the field, scored no problem. But after that, Broken Bow's defense has been insane. The only touchdown coming from Broken Bow was on a 60-yard prayer pass that was caught by Chikyron Woodfield. Excellent catch, by the way. So it's been a defensive battle since then. We've had already maybe some key injuries here. I know that You said that you saw McCarty looked like he might have had some kind of ice on his hand.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened because I noticed it whenever he threw himself in front of that block. He came off, and he was talking with Baker, Ethan Miller, and Jonathan Herrick, our wonderful athletic trainers that we have from McAlester Sports. And right after that, I noticed he had a bag of ice on his hand, asked the trainer for a towel, put it on his head, just cover his sweat. And after that, he stayed right beside Baker and the coaches with that ice pack on his hand, so something to keep an eye on the remainder of this game.
And it could just be, like you said, a precaution. It could be something like that. But, again, he never was away from the play. So, he was right there looking at the ball, and you could tell he just is itching to want to go in. But, again, he didn't play for about the last 5 or 6 minutes of the first half. So that is something to keep an eye on. And if we get any information, we will relay it to you. But, again, this is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town, a veteran-owned business. What was your opinion on the first half, buddy?
I mean, just started hot. Started where you left off in 2021, going down the field fast, getting done, moving the football really well, physicality on the offensive line. But then things changed. All it took was one tip drill 101 play by Kyron Whitfield to completely take the momentum. And like I mentioned, it's like when a ball player in the postseason in October hits a home run, the momentum shifts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened when that happened, because after that, McAlester punted. We forced a punt. They punted. They threw an interception. We fumbled. So, after that, neither team has been able to really do anything offensively. And every time you think the momentum's going to shift, it shifts back.
It really reminds me of the game that we had against Broken Bow, like I said, 2 years ago. It was 21-13. McAlester got out to a 21-0 score, and we're thinking, oh, this is going to be a piece of cake. And guess what? Broken Bow got back in it. They ended up having 13 points, and they were 1 yard away from making a score and having a 2-point conversion away from tying up the game late in the game. Goal line stand, fumble. McAlester gets a touchback. They win the game. So this is what it's kind of reminded me of. Just it's been kind of tough. So we'll see how McAlester responds, and we will be looking to see who's going to step up in the second half. But stepping up in the first half, obvious difference maker, Chaz Bradley.
Absolutely. One guy that we actually forgot to highlight in our pregame, we talked about him a little bit as being the transfer and the new old face in town, as he was a Buffalo when he was a lot younger, moved to Mustang. And he's just a ball hawk. Exactly what Coach Burgess said that he was looking for, we are having happen tonight. Zach Bradley, does he get beat? Possibly by half a step or two. Half a step, maybe even 2 steps. But what does Chaz Bradley do? He uses his football IQ and athleticism to make up for it. The guy went up backwards and snagged one-handed. The last time I saw that? OBJ.
Yeah, maybe not as flashy as OBJ, but he got the job done. But, yeah, Chaz Bradley, he has gotten both of the turnovers for McAllister's defense here tonight. And here is a staggering stat here for you. McAllister has forced in 3 games, which the last 3 games against Broken Bow have all been in week 0, 11 turnovers on Broken Bow in 3 games.
Black Death.
Black Death defense, baby. It doesn't matter who comes in. That standard is the standard, and Chaz Bradley has been upholding that. So we're going to be looking at some scores around the district and area coming up next. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town, a veteran-owned business. All right, it's now time to look at our Buffalo scoreboard, but before that, we do want to say this. This is coming from, we do have some people that are on the sidelines right now. McAlester, again, leading 15-7 at the half. Eric McCarty did injure his hand midway through the second quarter, throwing a block for a teammate on an INT return. That was not a touchdown. That ended up getting called back because of a block in the back. He's been icing his hand ever since, hasn't returned to this point. So we'll keep an eye on that. But, yes, he did have ice on his right hand, and we'll see how let's see what happens in the second half. So anyway, we're looking at our scoreboard update here, but that is something that we're definitely going to need to keep an eye on. Scoreboard update brought to you by Beautiful Rooms Furniture. They're all stocked up with bargains in every section: living room, bedroom, dining room, and more, plus a nice selection of mattresses from Simmons, Symbol, and Corsicana. Buy on time with 100 days, same as cash, no credit check needed, or 0% for 12 months with approved credit. Stop in and say hi to Kermit, Todd, and Rocky. Beautiful homes begin at Beautiful Rooms Furniture, 815 East Wyandotte, McAlester. Phillip, let's look at the 5A3 teams first.
Give me 1 second as we have a change in score for one of the games. All right. Starting in 5A3, Carl Albert playing Coweta in Coweta. Coweda's up 20-12 at half.
Ooh, okay, Coweta. Again, Carl Albert beat Coweta. They ended their season in the quarterfinals last year by a touchdown, so Coweta looking for revenge.
Exactly. Shakota on the road at East Central. What would you think would happen when the 3A's go into a 5A?
Oh, let me guess, Shakota's winning big.
22-9. Ooh, the 3A team.
I tried to give East Central the benefit of the doubt there.
The new 5A3 team coming down from 6A2, Dell City. Dell City currently playing Choctaw, 14-14 at the half.
Wow.
A new 5A3 team coming from 5A4, playing 6A2 Sand Springs, Sepulpa at home. It's 14-14 at the half.
I'm telling you, again, we know that some of these teams are better than some of the teams that they're playing, but that goes to show you week 0 when you don't have as much practice time. But you do get the bye week. That's so precious to get a bye week. But you still don't have as much time as other people do to get ready for that first game.
You're absolutely right. Let's keep this train moving. Actually, before I talk about our local team real quick, I want to talk about a former 5A3 team, Bishop Kelly, going and playing, hosting Poto. They're down 24-0 right now in the third quarter.
Oh, wow.
So, just thought that was funny. Ketchum hosting Canadian. Ketchum's up 22-0 on the Cougars.
Kind of expected that, though, sadly.
A Gore team that might make a run again at the state championship.
You picked Wilburton.
And I picked Wilburton.
Blame your wife, because she's a Wilburton alum right there.
Well, I'm going to blame my loyalty to the Clark family. That's their sister's my wife's best friend, so I've known them boys for a while.
Gotcha.
So I had to. I'm a little biased. But Gore just scored right out of the half, and Gore leads 47-0 in Wilburton.
Well, there you go. Again, the score for our game here at McAlester are the Buffaloes 15 and the Broken Bow Savages 7. Stats and keys to the second half coming up next. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town, a veteran-owned business. Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town, a veteran-owned business. Again, the score at the end of the first half is the McAlester Buffaloes 15 and the Broken Bow Savages 7. Caleb Swaboni checking in. He said it made it to the halftime at the Hook, now listening on the radio to my guys. So,
what's up, Swaboni?
Thank you for tuning in. Again, if anyone's watching on YouTube, I just took off the scoreboard for right now. I'm going to put it back on in hopes that maybe it'll be back, but the new LEDs have completely shined out the scoreboard that we have here.
We forgot to give a shout-out. He texted us earlier. Downtown Nate Brown said he's listening to more.
That's right. Thank you. Yep. So that is what we have so far. Let's go ahead and let's look at the first half stats from Mr. Larry Barnett. As always, he's the official stat keeper for the McAlester Buffalo football team. Does a fantastic job.
Larry Stats Barnett.
Larry Stats Barnett. That's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and let's start off with Broken Bow. We've had two guys rush the ball for Broken Bow. Christian Brumley has had 8 carries for 18 yards, and number 21, Camden Rogers, has had 5 carries for 17. The rushing game has not been the problem. It's been the passing game so far, as it's been one play. Again, one play resulted in 60 out of the 76 yards so far for Christian Brumley, as he has gone 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 5 for 9 with 2 picks and a touchdown throw and 76 yards. Jakyron Whitfield has 66 out of the 76 yards with a 60-yard grab. Number 12, Jace Roberts, has had a 6-yard catch. And number 88, who plays defensive lineman, Leland Billy, has set a catch for 4 yards. Broken Bow's had 4 penalties, totaling up for 21 yards. And their first half yardage, 35 yards rushing, 76 yards passing, 111 total yards for the Savages. They are averaging 8.4 yards per pass, 2.7 yards per rush, about 5 yards a play. Looking at your McAlester Buffaloes, we've had multiple guys rush the ball. Ethan Watkins has had 2 rushes for 6 yards. Caden Lesnow has had 4 rushes for negative 20, but if we're looking at it, one of them was a fumble that went way far back, but that still counts to his stats. Dakota Moten has had 7 carries for only 10 yards. Again, the rush defense of Broken Bows has been excellent. Eric McCarty, who again, he ended up injuring his right hand. Again, he just had some ice on his right hand midway through the first half, and he did not return after 6 minutes. Now, does that mean that he's not going to return in the second half? He never took his shoulder pads off. We're going to see what happens in the second half. But he had 3 carries, only 3 carries for 9 yards. Lance Stone has had 3 carries. He is the leading rusher right now for 36 yards and a touchdown on a 31-yard run. And number 7, that is Blaze Ball, had 2 rushes for 6 yards. Caden Lesnow has gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 8 with 81 yards and a touchdown throw to number 3, Jackson Lowerman. And Lance Stone has gone 2 for 4 for 10 yards. Lowerman has had 3 catches for 55 yards and that 37-yard touchdown grab. Looks like it's number 8. Chaz Bradley's had 2 catches for 27 yards. Jaden Chaney's had a grab for 4 yards, and Ethan Watkins has had a reception for 5 yards. The Buffaloes have had 3 penalties, but all of them have been costly. Broken Bow hasn't had as many costly penalties. McAlester has had 2 big holding penalties that kept them from making this a wider cushion.
Had the block in the back that took away the pick 6.
And then they still started the drive at the 30-yard line, got to the 20, and then a holding, or there was a holding first, and then I think they had the 10-yard sack. So, yeah, costly penalties so far for McAlester. McAlester has actually had slightly more yards than Broken Bow. They've had 47 yards rushing on 21 attempts, 91 yards passing on 12 attempts, 138 total yards, 2.2 yards per rush, which we don't usually see. McAlester last year against Broken Bow averaged 9.5 yards per rush, nearly a first down every carry. Broken Bow's defense said that's not going to fly this year. Passing yards per play, 7.6, and average yards per play, 4.2. So, again, there's been 2 interceptions by Chaz Bradley, who has been our difference maker so far today. So, what are your keys to the second half so far for you, Phillip?
All right, sorry. What did you say?
What are your keys to the second half?
My keys to the second half, you got to win the battle up front.
Gotta.
You won the battle up front the first couple of drives, and you scored. After that, Broken Bow settled down. They have destroyed the offensive line for the Buffaloes ever since.
After McAlester destroyed the defensive line in the first half, or the first 2 drives.
Exactly. And it's all about the change of mentality. Football is a mental game. It's physical, of course, but it's more mental because once you get a couple of plays where you're in the backfield and you're hitting guys hard, then you're saying, I can do it again, and then you start pushing them around. So right now, this big offensive line from McAlester has got to come around, and partner Eric McCarty does not have shoulder pads coming out of the locker room.
All right, well, that is something that we're going to look at the second half. Looks like Eric's going to sit it out for the rest of the game as he doesn't have shoulder pads coming back over here towards the near sideline. So, again, Buffaloes will get the ball to start off the second half as Broken Bow won the toss and elected to receive. We'll see how McAlester responds in the second half, and let's see if they can start off the second half with a drive and a touchdown. As we'll take a break here, and we'll be back in just a moment. We're going to go back to our regular commercials, but again, that has been your Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Pop's Kettle Corn in Old Town, a veteran-owned business. We'll start the second half here momentarily on KNED.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlester is having an end-of-season sale on all 2022 Gravely commercial zero-turn mowers. We carry Gravely zero-turns from 42 up to 60-inch cuts. The 2023s are coming soon, so now's the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all 2022 Gravely zero-turn models. There's no better time to get that new Gravely commercial zero-turn. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Welcome to Allstate, where DriveWise and the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback, and by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact McAlester Allstate agent Lyle Whitworth for a quote today.
Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other safe driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlister and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is now under new management, and they're ready to deal. At Patriot, we continue to offer the widest selection of high-quality, low-mileage vehicles and affordable financing tailored to your needs. Our extended warranties and protection plans will have you driving to the game with a smile. Speaking of football, Patriot is proud to sponsor the 2022 football season. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on the 69 bypass right next to the mall.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right, you might be tuning back in over on YouTube or on the radio, and I got to again apologize for the scoreboard. The LEDs, that's one thing we didn't account for. So we're going to be just giving you the score as much as we can. If you can make it out, then cool. Good for you. We can't on the video board, but at least we can see it in person. 15-7 our score. McAlester leading by 8. McAlester will get the ball to start off the second half. Again, this will only be the second time that Broken Bow has kicked off to McAlester. Again, want to give an update one more time in case you didn't hear during the halftime show. Eric McCarty is out for the second half. He ended up injuring his right hand. Don't know the severity of it at all or if it's just precaution, but he had an ice pack on his right hand, and he injured it on the punt or the interception return by Chaz Bradley, his first interception, and he is out for the second half. So the Buffaloes will have to do it in the second half without McCarty as they lead by 8, 15-7. So it'll be left to right for the McAlester Buffaloes, as we have now hit zeros. Again, second half kickoff brought to you by Jet Tire Service. For great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kenda, and Cooper tires for your car, truck, or SUV, see Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving Southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. All right, 12 minutes are now on the clock as AZ Zaragoza will pin the ball up, retreat back to the 35-yard line. Buffs getting ready to return it. Again, left to right. Looks like Chaz Bradley back deep and can't make out the guy on the far side over there, but here's the kick. It'll be a end-over-end kick. That'll be taken by Braden Bumpus after a fair catch. And the Buffaloes will start this drive at their own 23-yard line. Once again, moving left to right on your radio dial. Brandon Green along with Phillip Jewell Jr. bringing you the call tonight. This game brought to you in part by American Best Western Inn and Suites, Compass Capital Management, Caring Hands Healthcare Center, McAlester Pepsi, First Realty, KC Farm Machinery, Allstate, Lyle Whitworth Agent, and CryoShock Wellness Center. Make sure you go see them and let them know that McAlester Buff Sports Radio sent you. So the Buffaloes trying to ride it. After the first two drives, they were excellent. Since then, they have not had much going on. As Les now is under pressure after he gets the snap and throws it into the turf as he was forced to his right, dumped it off looking for Eli Chapman. Broken Bow's defense has been suffocating since that second drive of McAlester. 15-7, Buffaloes lead by 8. 5 seconds went off the clock on that play. Broken Bow has had revenge in their minds. Again, they've lost 4 of the last 5 to the Buffaloes in the last 2 years in a row, including last year's 39-7 loss in McCurtain County. 2 receivers to each side. Moten, the running back to the left side of Les now. Here's a snap. Play action. Passing to the left. It's going to be incomplete and almost intercepted. Pass was just a little bit to the right of Ethan Watkins, and it went down by the feet of Jakyron Whitfield. But if Watkins makes that catch, he's got 2 men to beat to get into the end zone.
I really like Watkins' chances there. If he makes that play, like you said, he has 2 men to beat. But the Buffaloes dodge a bullet as Jakyron Wright just Whitfield just could not pull that off the turf. Almost got a really big interception there for the Savages.
So 3rd down and 10 upcoming for the Buffs after 2 incomplete passes. Here's a snap. Les now will roll out to his left. Look downfield. He's forced backwards. He'll have to try to get away. He rolls to his other side. He's being chased. Gets a block. Huge block. Looks downfield. There's going to be some flags. It's going to be helmet to helmet, I think, if anything. And he's going to be sacked at the 16-yard line. I mean, it looked like, or it could be a blindside block, but
I think it's going to be a blindside block. The way that he looked,
yeah,
blindside block.
Because he really already got past him, but you got to give him a little bit of a step there on the block, but it was a huge one. And that was Zach Rogers that laid the boom there. But again, McAlester will go 3 and out, and they're going to have to punt this away deep in their own territory. The offense has only had after they declined the penalty, or it was down. It was already a loss of 5, about 5.
It would have been a loss of
about 8 actually,
because he went out about the 16.
I don't know why Broken Bow would want to accept that penalty because it's already a loss of 7 yards, so they're going to decline it. So McAlester has had 131 yards to this point. The offense just has not been there since the second drive of the game for him. 11:37 left to go in the third quarter. Les now will punt the ball away once again. Standing at his own 6-yard line. Here's the snap. Les now will get it away quickly. Another good one, but the wind kind of takes it. It'll bounce to the 47-yard line, and it will take a Buffalo roll all the way to the 42, and it looks like it will go sideways at the 41. So great punt once again by Les now. He kicked that away at his own 5. It got out to the Broken Bow 41. They'll move the ball right to left across your radio dial. Buffaloes are leading 15-7, and the Broken Bow offense will come back out. Now they have had similar non-success other than one drive. They've only had 118 yards, and over half of them have come from one play.
Exactly right, partner. And if it wouldn't have been for that one play, they really wouldn't have any offensive success at all. Their last 2 drives have ended in an interception, and a punt. That is their last 3 drives, not counting the one where they lined up in victory formation, took the knee, and went to the half.
Becky Smedley listening as well. Thank you for tuning in. If you're listening, let us know on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Savages moving right to left, ball in the far hash. Here's the snap, handoff to nope. It's going to be a keeper by Brumley. He's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Coming up with the tackle looks like Lance Stone from the linebacker spot. And that's going to be a loss of 5 yards. 2nd down and 15 upcoming. Stone bringing the pressure. Brumley has been pretty much evasive of the Buffalo defense. That time there was nowhere to go, and he was tripped up by his feet by Lance Stone.
The inside backer, the junior transfer from Texas, reads it perfectly, knows the shiftiness of Brumley, gets to the legs to keep them from hurting him.
Screen pass out to the near side, caught by Rogers, who's the tailback to the 40-yard line, gets to the 45-yard line, and he's tackled around the 46. That's the gain that Broken Bow wanted to be able to make this 3rd down a little bit easier, as they'll get it out to the 45-yard line. And that'll make it 3rd down and 6. 10:42 left to go in the third quarter. 15-7, McAlester leading by a score and a 2-point conversion in this defensive battle here in week 0. But what else did you expect against Broken Bow?
I mean, everybody, talked, should you win this game easily? No. Broken Bow is a strong physical team, and they are a head-banging team.
Snap, Brumley looking right. Now he's going to try to run, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to be still standing up, but he's finally brought down by a herd of Buffalo. Another sack by the Buffaloes, 2 in that drive. And the Black Death defense led by first-year defensive coordinator Seth Burgess with a strong start to the second half. 3 and out for Broken Bow.
Just relentless defense there. It was straight QB draw from the go. Buffaloes sought pass as the lineman popped up, but they read immediately it was the draw play. And before you know it, the front 7 for the Buffalo defense was already in the backfield by the time that Brumley decided, and now I'm going to show y'all it really is a draw.
And we've got some whistles blaring right now. And we're going to have a timeout called by Broken Bow. We'll take it. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Labor Day comes around only once a year, and the same goes for the Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale. And it's going on right now. Hurry in for huge savings on living room furniture. Sectionals start at just $14.68. Sofa and love seat, only $9.98. Rocker recliners start at $4.58. The Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale. Vickers offers 24 months no interest financing too. Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
We're right here with you.
We're celebrating 40 years of being a Nissan dealership here at Fenton Nissan of McAlister, and we're proud to be one of the oldest in the nation.
We're honored to serve our local communities and look forward to serving you in the years to come.
Come meet our friendly staff and see why we are the best deal dealer.
Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OU or OSU football tickets.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent you.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer.
Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
15-7, McAlester is leading, and the ball will be punted away by Zaragoza. That was nearly blocked. A spiraling punt heading towards Chaz Bradley. They'll grab it at his 17-yard line and move backwards. He tries to wait for an opening, and there's going to be another flag on McAlester. He moves forward past the 30-yard line to the 35, and he's tackled down at the 37, but McAllister's going to start this drive deep in their own territory, and this is going to be, I believe, on Malachi. Oh, it's either going to be on Malachi Rice. I thought he was trying to plead his case, or Blaze Baugh. But it's all the way back at the 15-yard line, and if this is another block in the back or a hold, we're going to be inside the 10.
Block in the back.
Another costly penalty on the Buffaloes.
And that right there is your punt team just not being disciplined, flying downhill, looking for somebody to hit to help their man get out in the open field.
But you see that a lot in the first couple games of the year, too. I mean, you haven't gotten to a rhythm. You waited 265 days to hit another person, and it's easy to do that, or it's easy to end up having penalties. It's half the distance to the goal, so they're going to put the ball at the 7-yard line, and that's what the Buffaloes are going to start this drive. And if we go based off what we've been seeing for the first half, Lance Stone will be the quarterback to come out, and yes, he will. There'll be Moten on the right side of him. Buffaloes have to get some success. They've had now 2 tight ends on the right side. Here's the snap. Keeper by Stone. Left side, or rather right side for him. He'll get past the 10-yard line and push himself forward to about make that the 11 or 12-yard line there for the Buffaloes. Decent gain on first down to bring up second down, and we'll say about 7 here.
Good, hard, physical run right there again by the junior from Texas. He transferred up here. His dad took the strength and conditioning coach job here in McAlester, and you can see that
he also coaches running backs.
Okay, and you can see that his dad has been pumping his iron in him, making him lift a lot of weights. He's just extremely physical.
Plenty of protein in that diet. Here's the snap. Handoff, Moten. He had some space, but then he was caught from behind, and he's going to be tackled after another short gain. This one a gain of only about 2, but it still brings up third down and manageable, which is not what McAlester has had the last few drives on third down. In fact, I don't think they've actually succeeded on third down so far tonight. If you can find that, I don't think that they've won on third down so far.
I know we got 1 third down conversion, and then the next play was a 37-yard touchdown pass.
That was on fourth down. I don't think we've had a third down conversion so far. I might be wrong. We'll check it in a little bit. But here's third down and 4. The snap, Stone rolling right, looking downfield, tossing. It is incomplete, and they won't get one here either. They were looking for Eli Chapman. If he would have caught it, it would have been the first down past the 20-yard line. But once again, deep in their own territory, McAlester will have to punt the ball away.
Guys, if you like defense, this is the game for you.
And really, though, for Stone, if he was going to complete that pass, that was going to be a tight window to throw into, because if he would have actually thrown it towards Chapman and got it into his arms, in his line of vision was a Broken Bow player to be able to pick that off. And if he catches that, that's a pick 6.
Absolutely right. Just he read the out route perfectly, and like you said, if he puts it on Chapman, it's a pick 6.
It's a high snap. The punt is going to be blocked. 12-yard line. Picking it up are the Savages inside the 10-yard line. They're going to be in the red zone after a blocked punt. McAlester had one last year and returned it for a touchdown. This year, Broken Bow gets one, and they'll have the ball at the McAlester 10-yard line for a chance to score and possibly tie the game. Since the second drive of the game, it has been, again, I can't say it enough, rough going for the Buffalo offense, and there have been some good punts by Les now, but that one was just tipped enough for a Broken Bow Savage to be able to jump on. Ball's going to be on the right hash at the 10-yard line, 8:03 remaining in the third quarter. And here come Broken Bow.
This is where you need your defense to step up big. They don't need a first down. All they need is 10 yards to the end zone, so you better be flying to the football right here if you're the Black Death.
Could be the drive of the game, and we have a flag. False start on the offense. That's that stroke of luck that McAlester might have needed here to start off this drive. And now moving back to the 15-yard line. So now Broken Bow has a costly penalty of their own. And I'll bring up first and goal from the 15-yard line. That was the only saving grace for McAlester. The ball wasn't at the 11. It was at the 10 to where they can't get a first down. They have to score. But you can guarantee it's going to be 4-down territory possibly here.
Exactly. It's 4th and goal right here on every play.
Snap a little bit high. Hand off to Rogers, and Rogers is going to be bottled up in the backfield. Loss of 2. Malachi Rice once again in the backfield. Last year, Malachi Rice in only 7 games had 10 tackles for a loss. The only person that had more than that was Garrett Shumway, and Jaden Shumway had 10 as well for himself on the defensive line. So Rice has the most returning other than Garrett. 2nd and 13 after, well, they're going to say a gain of 2. Here's the snap. Brumley will pass for the end zone, one-on-one coverage, and it's incomplete. Chaz Bradley has been fantastic on Jakiron Whitfield.
Chaz Bradley with some good defense.
They tried going one-on-one, and I got to tell you, my player of the game so far has been the Ocho.
100%. Again, he uses his football IQ. He knows where the football is, and that's what getting. He
turned around. That's the thing, though, too.
That's what playing in 6A2 does. You're playing against really strong competition across all the 6A1 and 6A2 division, and he knows to get turned around, and you're seeing it here tonight.
3rd and goal from the 13. Brumley under pressure, rolling left, throws towards the end zone. It is incomplete, but we have a pass interference on the defense. It's going to be on Chaz Bradley, just as we were saying it. And we talked about how he turned around the last play. That time never turned around, made contact with Jakiron Whitfield. And that will move the Broken Bow Savages closer. 7:20 remaining in the third quarter. Buffalo's leading 15-7. And we'll see what they decide to do here.
So, partner, with this being basically a 3rd and goal situation, is this like it is in college to where it will reset the downs to first down?
In high school, that's not been the case, so it's still 3rd down. But it's 3rd down and goal from the 9 now. So it doesn't reset the downs. It's still 3rd down.
3rd and 9 for the Savages.
So Rogers will be the tailback. He'll have a receiver to each side. They're loading up the line. The snap. Play action. Passing left. It is incomplete. Bradley makes back up for it, and he forces the incomplete pass, batting it away, and they'll bring up 4th down and 9. Now, AZ Zaragoza, he has a leg, and a pretty good one at that. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to kick a field goal here from the right side, and at this point, that would be a 25-yard field goal from the right hash. So AZ Zaragoza with the first field goal attempt of the season.
25 and a half, 26-yard attempt there, partner. As I scooted back 1 yard to spot the ball.
Snap, hold, kick is up. It is good, and that makes the score 15-10. It is a 5-point game. McAlester leading by 5. 7:09 left to go in the third here on KNED.
Labor Day comes around only once a I used to have a friend whose car got sideswiped by another vehicle. No mechanical damage, but it sure left him with an ugly ride. The insurance company offered to repair it, but my friend decided to take the money and run. That's a bad move. A year later, he had to sell it, and that's when he discovered that a little paint and body work would have doubled the resale value on his car. Invest your money wisely. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlister.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlister. It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlister and let us make it happen for you.
15-10, McAlister leading by 5, 7:09 left to go in the third quarter. McAlister's offense has got to find an answer. Blaze Baugh is back deep to return at the 10. Same way for Chaz Bradley. Zaragoza makes his approach, puts toe to leather, and the Buffaloes will return it left to right. Baugh was waiting on Bradley to grab it. He finally grabs it at the 9. Moves to the right to the 25-yard line. He's got a lane to the 40-yard line. Down the near sideline past the 50. He stays on his feet to the 30, to the 25, to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown McAlister. He went all the way. He stumbled around the 40-yard line and was nearly pushed out of bounds, but he stays on his feet, and that's just what the doctor ordered for the black and gold.
Partner, you missed the perfect Chris Berman call. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
90-yard touchdown.
That was a 90-yard touchdown return for Blaze Baugh. That is exactly what the offense has been wanting, and they finally got it in the form of a special teams touchdown return. Trenton Greer on to attempt the extra point, and that is going to be low and a doink. Off the left upright, and that will make the score 21-10. 6:55 left to go in the third quarter right here on KNED.
It's no good. Buffaloes 21, Rosenthal 10.
Vickers Power Sports. Drop by and check out our selection of Can-Am, Polaris, and Kawasaki side-by-sides and ATVs in stock. Vickers Power Sports also offers a 45-minute express lube and filter service. Plus, we carry a full line of parts and accessories like sound bars, roofs, windshields, and more, all in stock. Vickers Power Sports. Call us at 918-423-3306 or go to
Whitfield and
21-10, we have a dry summary for the before touchdown return. 92-yard touchdown return by Blaze Baugh. 6:55 left to go here in the third quarter, and we'll do it after, unless we have another one here. Once number 57, Trenton Greer, kicks it off to the Broken Bow Savages. Again, Blaze Baugh with a 92-yard touchdown return to give the Buffaloes a jolt of life there on offense, and to get some more points up on the board. The first time that they scored since they were up 15-0. So Greer at the 40-yard line, ball in the far hash. Let's get that back on the screen. Here's a short kick. It's going to be a high one that's going to be grabbed at the 33-yard line. That one stayed up in the air for a long time, and that's where the Savages are going to start this drive. But the Broken Bow Savages kicked a field goal the drive before that, and we never had a drive summary. Partner?
That was a fast 4-play, 10-yard drive that took 54 seconds off the clock, and the field goal by Zaragoza was good. That was your drive summary, brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlister Buffaloes.
All right, so again, we have a guy that's injured. It looks like it's a cramp on number 5, Kanan Willis. So we're going to take an injury timeout for just a moment. You're listening to McAlester Football here on KNED.
At Compass Capital Management, you'll receive confidence in your financial security as we provide direction, clarity, and vision for your future. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd Suite 4, McAlister, Oklahoma,
McAlester Pepsi
74501.
has got what you need. From food service to vending or just plain customer service, McAlester Pepsi can hook you up with all of your beverage needs. We are not your typical soda company. McAlester Pepsi is the total beverage provider, from water to energy teas, juice, and soda, and so much more. Visit us at McAlisterPepsi.com or give us a call, 918-423-2360. McAlester Pepsi, proud sponsor of the 2022 football season.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. Forgive me for trying to fix the scoreboard down the bottom right, but I'm doing more than what we have had so far. Again, the new LED lights kind of shined them out, but we'll do our best to be able to give you the scoreboard and the time left, all the razzle-dazzle as we get through this rest of this game. We'll fix it by the time that we have Ada 2 weeks from today. 6:55 left to go in the third quarter. The Buffaloes lead 21-10 after the last play was a 92-yard touchdown return by Blaze Baugh as he was blazing his way down the near sideline. 2 receivers right, 1 left, tailback to each side. Brumley gets the snap. Back deep to pass. He'll look right, now pass over the middle. It is high, and it is incomplete. Number 2, Caden Lessnow, read that really well. And he forced the pressure as the intended man was number 4, Alexander Lindley. By the way, Kanan Willis was the one to kind of get up a little bit slow. It looked like he was cramping up, and I hope that's all it was, and that's what we're going to, again, hope for. But he made his way over to the far sideline, and we'll see if he comes back into the game. 6:49 left to go here in the third quarter. Buffalo's leading by 11. Same formation here for the Savages, 2nd down and 10. Again, from their own 34-yard line. Brumley claps. Here's the snap. Quick pass near side, caught by Whitfield, and he skirts right past the man to the 40-yard line down the near sideline himself. He'll step out of bounds before he can make it to the first down marker. That'll be a gain of 6 to bring up 3rd down and 4. And there come the bells.
To whom the bell toll.
I love that idea. When Coach Burgess texted me about it and said, hey, can we get that in there? I said, we'll see what we can do. In the PA, they have been on point. 3rd down and 4. Big one coming up here for both these teams. Broken Bow has 2 timeouts remaining in the game. McAlester has all 3. 2 receivers to each side, running back right. Brumley the snap. McAlester bringing the house. Brumley is going to be caught up. He tosses it late, and he throws it over towards Eric McCarty, who has the towel on his head. And that'll be incomplete. They brought the house, and that will force 4th down and 4, and here comes the punt team for the Savages.
That was number 40, Will Spears, just right up the gut. Looked like the old whip block that Coach Harmon used to have us run. And he came untouched, and Coach Burgess was hollering at him. And he was congratulating, but also telling him, hey, man, if you're quicker, you get a sack.
All right, so Zaragoza, there's going to be a flag first. We're going to have a false start. So false start on the Broken Bow Savages. Now moving back an extra 5 yards to the 35. So if they were ever thinking about faking it, probably definitely not now. I'll make it 4th down and 9. Let's see if the Buffalo offense can use that jolt that Baugh gave him earlier to be able to do something on this next drive. As this end-over-end punt will take a bounce. Bradley thought about grabbing it. He'll let it go. It'll be down at the 20, inside the 25-yard line at the 24 by number 11, Max Rupp. So 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes from their own, call it 25-yard line. 6:22 remaining here in the third quarter. Again, next week, since there are going to be streaming restrictions, we're not able to video stream, but we are going to be calling it on the radio, so make sure that you tune in. And even if you do watch it on a stream somewhere, you can still mute that stream and listen to us on the radio and be able to catch all the action. Again, that's going to be over on a Saturday at 11 a.m., feeling like the Oklahoma Sooners in the Big 12. And we're going to be playing Scotlandville, Louisiana, and it should be a really good game.
And if you can, make the trip down there for these boys.
Absolutely. Buy a ticket from Palm, Cheer, Band, or the football team yourself. Here's a near side pass after Lustow takes a huge hit as Bradley makes the catch. He's dancing around people, but he lost the ball. He fumbled the ball, and it was grabbed at the 21-yard line, and it wasn't forced. It was not a forced fumble. As he tried getting around a man, his own right hip ended up forcing the fumble. He just tried to bring the ball back in, but it bounced too hard off his hip, and it gave it back over to the Savages, and that is a gift. That'll put it at the 21-yard line in McAlester territory, and still the offense just has stalled and stalled and stalled since the first quarter. 15 out of the 21 points came in the first quarter for the Buffaloes. Comparing that to last year, where McAlester outscored their opponents 152-33. They are here in the third quarter, where they outscored their opponents last year 161-36. This ball is going to be at the 21-yard line. On the left hash, 6:13 left to go in the third quarter. Buffaloes lead by 11. And here's a big play here, because if they can hold them to a field goal, it's still a one-score game with a two-point conversion. Broken Bow has 1 second to snap it. They get it off in time. They hand it off over to Whitfield with a jet sweep to the 20-yard line. He's being backpedaled now, and he's going to be dropped for possibly a loss, depending on where his forward progress marked him at. That'll make it second down and long. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1 for second down and 11. Under 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Great relentless defense there by the Buffaloes. They read the jet sweep perfectly. They beat Whitefield to the outside, forced him back inside where the cavalry was coming. Even though it was only a loss of 1 yard, that's still what you're looking for.
2 receivers each side. Again, it will be Rogers on the right side of Brumley. 5:35 remaining. Here's the snap, back to pass, 3-step drop. Will step up the pocket, try to run. No, he's still staying behind the line of scrimmage, dumps it off late, and throws it out of bounds. I think he had a little bit of space. If he decided to try to run on that, he would have had better success, but McAlester will take it, and we'll have a third down and 11 upcoming. But once again, even if they stop him on third down, Zaragoza has a good leg to try to make it a one-score game again. But a huge third down coming up right here for the Buffaloes. They could even try to force him out of field goal range if we can get a sack here.
100%. They got a long way to go. This is a long 11. This is almost 12 yards as it sits at about 11.5 yards. Big play right here by the defense.
Trips right, the snap. Brumley under pressure, passing right, sidearm, caught at the 24-yard line. No, it's dropped, but just for good measure, we have a Buffalo linebacker deciding to add a little bit of punishment there. Will Spears knocked over the intended receiver, but he dropped the pass. Still, what a great pass by Brumley. Went sidearm with it to try to get it around the defender. And that brings up 4th and 11.
Brumley said, all Pat Mahomes, give a little side-on flick.
So this is going to be a little bit tougher than the last field goal that Zaragoza had.
Looking like a 40-yard attempt right now, partner.
That's just about 39-yard attempt right here for Zaragoza. Not a chip shot at all.
But it is in the middle of the field.
Snap, hold, kick is up. It's partially blocked as it goes into the end zone, and McAlester will hold their 11-point lead. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back here on KNED.
At Compass Capital Management, you'll receive confidence in your financial security as we provide direction, clarity, and vision for your future. Go to CompassCapitalMGT.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlister, Oklahoma, 74501.
5:14 remaining in the third quarter. Lance Stone will come out to be quarterback. Again, it is 21-10, McAlester leading by 11. As it'll be Dakota Moten on the right side of Stone. 2 receivers right. They're going to load up the line on the right side with a tight end and an H-back. Stone gets a snap, starting to drive at their own 22-yard line. Back to pass. Stone finds a man, and it's going to be the H-back down the near sideline. Number 45, make your way down the field, big fella. Dustin Jacobson all the way to the 42-yard line. Stone to Jacobson will flip the field, and McAllister's on the Broken Bow side of the 50. Great play call by Mr. Forrest Mazie and Mr. Dustin Newberry.
First down, McAlester.
Ball at the 42-yard line. That first down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. Call him up at 918-284-1233 if you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, or recreational land, or a rural home. Again, that's Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. Ball on the near hash, 5:03. The clock will start here momentarily. Again, loading up the right side. Jacobson, who just had that catch and go, is on the right side of the line as an H-back. Here's the snap. Option play. Stone will keep it himself and run forward. Bounces off of a man and tries to scoot it out to the left side, but he's going to be tackled for no gain at the 42-yard line. I like the read. Again, the defensive end really blocked the that was a speed option all the way, though. Go ahead and explain what you saw there.
We had speed option right to the left. He seen the opening in the middle. He took it upfield where he met number 88 for Broken Bow, that 285-pound defensive lineman, and he bounced off of him, and we have an injured Savage, and that is the number 88, that defensive end that's down right now.
That's Leland Billy. We'll take a break. You're listening to McAlester Football. We'll be back in just a moment after this injury timeout.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
McAlister Pepsi has got what you need. From food service to vending or just plain customer service, McAlister Pepsi can hook you up with all of your beverage needs. We are not your typical soda company. McAlister Pepsi is the total beverage provider, from water to energy teas, juice, and soda, and so much more. Visit us at McAlisterPepsi.com or give us a call, 918-423-2360. McAlister Pepsi, proud sponsor of the 2022 football season.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. Second down and 10 upcoming for the McAlester Buffaloes at the Broken Bow 42-yard line, moving left to right across the radio dial. Again, I know that a lot of people on YouTube right now are having us explain the score to them and the down and distance and everything. Hey, we have the dozer package here with Stone right here on second down 10. Here's a snap. Stone to the right side, finds a gap, and he will tumble his way past the 35-yard line. Down near to the first down marker. I think he's going to be a couple yards shy. That's one thing that we've only seen so far today, like 2 times, and it's the dozer package. And usually you see it be run with McCarty, but with McCarty out, having Stone is a really good replacement here. It looks like they're going to do it again on 3rd and 2. The snap, Stone right side. He's going to try to carry defenders. He lost the ball, and it's going to be picked up. Let's see by who. By Broken Bow again. 2 consecutive drives, 2 consecutive turnovers from the McAlester Buffaloes, as a Broken Bow Savage just punched the ball out of the arms of number 12, Lance Stone, and that will give Broken Bow the ball at their own 31-yard line. Boy, oh boy, turnovers galore in this game between these two teams.
Absolutely.
What a wild game this has been.
Absolutely right, partner. And that actually wasn't a fumble, so to say. It never hit the turf. He punched the ball as he went to tackle Lance Stone, and the ball came straight up and just happened to literally land in the Broken Bow player's arms. He didn't even realize he had the ball before he was hit by a buffalo.
You know, they talk about, what is it, Maction? Is it Maction or is it the WAC? The conference where just the wildest things happen on random Thursday nights.
Yeah.
It's WAC, right?
Yeah, the WAC.
Yeah.
The Western Athletic Conference.
I feel like we're watching a WAC game right now just because there's weird things going on tonight. First down and 10. Brumley's going to keep it himself after the option, and he'll carry it out to about the 33-yard line. 4:08 remaining in the third quarter. Buffalo's leading 21-10. And I'll bring up second down and 7 here for the Savages.
No, you're absolutely right, partner. Like, anything can happen. We've had 2 interceptions by Bradley, 92-yard touchdown return by Blaze Ball, 60-yard touchdown pass. Like, everything's going on.
Pass out to the right side. It'll be caught at the 31-yard line on a screen, and the Buffaloes are there. This is going to be a loss. And Malachi Rice is pointing over to the right side that McAlester forced a fumble, but the referees are blowing it dead. Rice said that they thought they stripped the ball loose and got a turnover.
I want to point out right there, that was a really good screen play right there by the Savages to the outside again. The speed of the Buffaloes getting out there, but the speed of the big man, Garrett Shumway, delivering the blow to send the entire pile to the ground.
Maction. Nate Brown is letting us know that's Maction. Thank you. I knew it was the Mac at first. Different kind of Mac. Here's 3rd and 7. The snap. Up to pass is Brumley. Brumley's going to go deep, and he's got Whitfield breaking open. He makes the catch, and he's in the clear. This is going to be a touchdown. Jakyron Whitfield with another long touchdown grab as he walks into the end zone near that pylon. 21-16, and they're pulling closer and closer to the Buffaloes. 2:54 left to go in the third quarter. And we have another injury. Looks like another cramp. Again, you're going to see these a lot as we exit the summer months, but it is a cramp around the 26-yard line. So we will take a quick break as we have another injury timeout. You're listening to McAlester Football here on KNED.
CryoShock McAlister will help you with athletic performance and recovery. Whole body cryotherapy causes inhibition of inflammation, which results in a reduction of pain and swelling. WBC is the natural and safe way to prevent or eliminate joint pain associated with the following: rheumatoid and osteoarthritis, muscle sprain and strain, sports injuries, and repetitive motion injury. Make cryotherapy part of your wellness regimen. Fast and convenient for rapid recovery of injuries. CryoShock McAlister, 405 East Chickasaw Suite C, McAlister.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlister is having an end-of-season sale on all 2022 Gravely commercial zero-turn mowers. We carry Gravely zero-turns from 42 up to 60-inch cuts. The 2023s are coming soon, so now's the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all 2022 Gravely zero-turn models. There's no better time to get that new Gravely commercial zero-turn. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlister is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlister Union Stockyards.
Welcome to Allstate, where DriveWise and the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback, and by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact McAlester Allstate agent Lyle Whitworth for a quote today.
Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other safe driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
So the injury might have not been a cramp. It's Chaz Bradley, and he's walking off on the near sideline. Now, he rolled his ankle in the scrimmage against Wagner last week. I'm hoping that it's not his ankle and it is just a cramp, but he helps him. He gets off the field with a little bit of help. But here the Broken Bow Savages are going for two out of the pistol, trying to make it a three-point game. Snap. Brumley rolls right. He's got a lane. He's going to pass it off instead, and it's going to be caught, but we have a flag. We have a flag at the goal line. Broken Bow is celebrating, but you hear a bunch of whistles sputtering right now.
It's going to be holding.
An eligible man downfield.
Okay.
Either way, it's going to be a penalty on Broken Bow.
The reason I said that it was good, that I thought it was going to be a holding, is because as I was watching the play develop, I saw a black jersey just come all the way out and go to the ground.
Well, another thing, I don't think Christian really needed to throw that ball. He could have ran that one in, knowing the kind of speed that he has, but he decided to dump it off instead. Now, it was converted, but you have the penalty, and if you don't throw the ball and you just run it, you're not going to have an eligible man downfield at that moment.
Correct.
But now they're going to – does that change their plan? Do they decide to go for two again, or do they – well, nope, Zaragoza's coming out for the PAT. We've already had one field goal attempt blocked.
It's going to be a – looks like a –
from the
25-yard PAT.
24-yard, it looks like. Snap, hold. and it was nearly blocked again, but this one is going to tumble into the uprights, and that'll make it a 4-point game. McAlester leading 21-17. Don't go anywhere, folks. 2:54 left to go in the third quarter. We got a good one here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is now under new management, and they're ready to deal. At Patriot, we continue to offer the widest selection of high-quality, low-mileage vehicles and affordable financing tailored to your needs. Our extended warranties and protection plans will have you driving to the game with a smile. Speaking of football, Patriot is proud to sponsor the 2022 football season. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on the 69 bypass right next to the mall.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So it is now a 4-point game. The last time that the Broken Bow Savages got within this area, Blaze Ball had a 92-yard touchdown return. Will they kick it off deep to him again? We'll see. 2:54 left to go in the third quarter. 21-17. McAlester is leading right now by 4, but here comes Broken Bow. It's going to be another pretty deep kick. Braden Bumpus is going to grab it at the 21-yard line. He'll try to return it as he splits defenders at the 30-yard line and makes his way down to the 35. So we do have a drive summary for Broken Bow on that last drive, Phillip.
Give me 1 second, partner. That was a 3-play, 69-yard touchdown drive that took 1 minute and 21 seconds off the clock. Capped off with a 66-yard touchdown pass from Christian Brumley to Jakyron Whitfield. The PAT by Zaragoza was good. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. Bishop's Funeral Service is a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
So Caden Less now back out to be quarterback. Trips left. Looks like Moten on the left side. He'll move him over to the right. Play clock has not begun yet. 2:48 remaining in the third quarter. The snap. Handoff Moten off the left side. Finds a gap, carrying a defender over to the 40-yard line, and that's what we've been needing. Good gap created by the left side of the line. Zach Rogers and Kason Whitley for a gain of 5 yards for the Buffaloes. They really need to get their offense moving. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but they have not had really any success moving the ball since the first quarter.
The Hogs up front have got to get rolling right here. Start getting that defense pushed back, allowing those gaps for your running backs.
Snap. Keeper by Less now off the option right side. He's going to be tackled 2 yards shy of the first down for a gain out to the 43.5. So 2:09 remaining here in the third quarter. And another third down attempt upcoming for the Buffaloes. I think they've only converted on 1 or 2. Again, we have the drive chart, but we haven't totaled them up just yet. But I know that the last drive that they had before the fumble on the actually the last drive, the drive before that when Stone carried it, I know that he had a third down conversion. So here we go on 3rd and 2. The snap. Handoff Moten left side. He's going to stay on his feet and get the first down. He keeps the legs moving. What a big boy run by Dakota Moten out to the 49-yard line. That'll move the chains. He was about 2 yards shy of the first down marker and spun out of a tackle, but not only did he do that, he kept on pushing his legs for another 4 yards. Gain of 9 for Mr. Moten, and we have another Broken Bow Savage down as we've had some, and I think it's number 80. Is that Leland Billy again?
It's Leland Billy again.
This is the second time he's been down. Hopefully he's going to be okay. But we'll take a quick timeout. Again, when you're playing in the summer months, I hope it's just a cramp, but if it is, you're playing in the summer months, you're going to cramp up a lot. But we'll take a break, and we'll be right back here with this injury timeout on KNED.
Labor Day comes around only once a year, and the same goes for the Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale, and it's going on right now. Hurry in for huge savings on living room furniture. Sectionals start at just $14.68. Sofa and love seat only $9.98. Rocker recliners start at $4.58. The Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale. Vickers offers 24 months no interest financing too. Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlester.
We're right here with you.
We're celebrating 40 years of being a Nissan dealership here at Fenton Nissan of McAlester, and we're proud to be one of the oldest in the nation.
We're honored to serve our local communities and look forward to serving you in the years to come.
Come meet our friendly staff and see why we are the best deal dealer.
Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OU or OSU football tickets.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent you.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer.
Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
So it looks like it was just another cramp on Leland Billig, and that's the second time that he's cramped up here tonight. And but he's going to get off the field. Looks like he's going to be okay. That is good news, as we're going to continue to get to see him play a little bit later on tonight. 1:37 left to go in the third quarter. Here's the snap. Quick pass near side. It'll be caught by Chapman. Pass to man to the 45-yard line. It'll be tracked from behind as he makes it to the Broken Bow 40. Another first down for the Buffaloes. And we have another Broken Bow player that's right on his back, slow to get up, and that's number 44. That is Quinlan Bailey, who did make the tackle, but he does get up as McAlister is trying to work tempo here as they have a little bit of momentum and are moving the ball. 2 consecutive plays for first downs. They're going to go right back to it, caught by Chapman. This time Chapman has nowhere to go. In fact, he's going to be tackled for a loss of 1. On the tackle will be number 21, Camden Rogers. All these names that you're hearing me call today, every single one of these skill players pretty much played last year for Broken Bow as well. They bring back a ton of talent. As here comes 2nd and 11. Snap, handoff. Moten's got a gap to the 35-yard line, past the 30, and he's going to push his way for another first down as he was bumbling, rumbling, stumbling towards the 27. There you go, buddy. Buffalo's trying to keep it going. They're going to keep up with the tempo. 55 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. It's the best drive that they've had since the first quarter, and that's by far. We're going to have a timeout called by Broken Bow. They have one more remaining. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
I used to have a friend whose car got sideswiped by another vehicle. No mechanical damage, but it sure left him with an ugly ride. The insurance company offered to repair it, but my friend decided to take the money and run. That's a bad move. A year later, he had to sell it, and that's when he discovered that a little paint and body work would have doubled the resale value on his car. Invest your money wisely. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlister.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlister. It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlister and let us make it happen for you.
So after the best drive by McAlister since the first quarter, Broken Bow calls timeout to try to stall their rhythm as McAlister is now to the Broken Bow 27-yard line, only up by 4 points. This is a huge drive from McAlister to get some breathing room as we're within the last minute of the third quarter. Ball's going to be on the right hash, 2 receivers to each side. And Les now in the gun. Snap. Play action, and Les now is going to be tackled for a big sack, and plus we have a flag on top of that. They kept on pushing him further and further and further back. There were 2 Broken Bow Savages in the backfield. It was number 11, Max Rupp, and number 56, Jalen Bahina.
Also in there was number 56.
We'll see what the flag is. It's going to be on the defense. Holding on the defense is what I heard.
Penalty against the Savages.
Coach Mazey comes all the way out to the 40-yard line to go speak with Les now.
Oh, it's going to be holding on the offense.
Oh, okay, yeah, the official patted his chest, said, my bad, holding on the offense. Which, honestly, I know I hate to say this, it was already going to be a loss of about 7 on the sack. So when you get the holding, and now are they going to decide to... Well, actually, no, I take that back because where the holding was at was already 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So this is going to be longer than a first down and 20. This is going to be a first down and nearly 25. Another penalty possibly killing this drive for McAlister. And honestly, in my opinion, that's why I think Broken Bow ended up calling that timeout, to stall the rhythm because McAlister was getting into a groove. And once McAlister gets into a groove, they're hard to stop. So it is first down and 26. They got to get into the red zone to be able to extend this drive. Les now back to pass. He's under pressure again. Gets a block. Here comes the pass deep downfield. Trying to find a man. The ball's tipped, and it's caught He did it right back to him, to the 23-yard line on the grab. Is that Chaz Bradley or Eli Chapman?
That's Eli Chapman.
Eli Chapman gets redemption. I believe it was him that had that happen in the first quarter when he went up for a ball with Jakyron Whitfield. It got bobbled and it caught for a touchdown the other way. This time, he catches the bobble and gives McAlester a second down and manageable after a huge, nearly 20-yard play. Put those fours up in the air, Buff fans. McAlester winning by 4, 21-17, as we're about to start the fourth quarter here on KNED.
At Compass Capital Management, you'll receive confidence in your financial security as we provide direction, clarity, and vision for your future. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlister, Oklahoma, 74501.
McAlister Pepsi has got what you need. From food service to vending or just plain customer service, McAlister Pepsi can hook you up with all of your beverage needs. We are not your typical soda company. McAlister Pepsi is the total beverage provider, from water to energy teas, juice, and soda, and so much more. Visit us at McAlisterPepsi.com or give us a call, 918-423-2360. McAlester Pepsi, proud sponsor of the 2022 football season.
We head to the fourth quarter. The Buffaloes had the ball, second down and 5 after a big pass over to Eli Chapman. Ball's at the 22-yard line, second down and 5 on the Broken Bow side of the 50. Here's a snap, handoff over to Moten off the right side, breaks the tackle inside the 15-yard line, taken out by the legs, and he gets into the red zone. This red zone alert brought to you by McAlester Home Store. Remodeling or building a house can be tough. McAlester Home Store can make it easier. Get flooring, backsplash, paint, and appliances, plus you can even get a free design consultation. Again, that is McAlester Home Store. It's also first down. We'll give you a sponsor for that here in just a moment. Here's the snap, handoff. Blaze Ball off the left side. Gets to around the 11-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 3 or 4. That first down was brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. Give him a call at 918-284-1233. And we have another injury timeout upcoming. And this time it looks like it's a McAlester Buffalo that's down. So we'll take a break. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com. KC Farm Machinery in McAlester is having an end-of-season sale on all 2022 Gravely commercial zero-turn mowers. We carry Gravely zero-turns from 42 up to 60-inch cuts. The 2023s are coming soon, so now's the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all 2022 Gravely zero-turn models. There's no better time to get that new Gravely commercial zero-turn. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to
Welcome
the McAlester
to
Union
where
Stockyards.
DriveWise and the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback, and by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact McAlester Allstate agent Lyle Whitworth for a quote today.
Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other safe driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
All right, looks like it. We have Chaz Bradley back in the game. He's in the slot. Braden Bumpus comes out to be the running back, as it was Blaze Baugh that was the one that got up. Looks like he was cramping as well. Trips left, 2nd down and 6 upcoming for the Buffaloes inside the 15-yard line. Les now will try to run it off the right side. He's got a block to the 5-yard line, dives for the end zone, and he scores! Caden Lesnow with the touchdown run, and the Buffaloes are back up by 2 scores here in Pittsburgh County. He had 3 rushing touchdowns last year, and the Buffalo offense finds their rhythm here in the third going into the fourth quarter. And they go up by 10, 27-17, trying to go up by 11 to see if Trenton Greer can score with the PAT. The snap bobbles in, and we have a flag here, and this is going to be a false start. Or excuse me, this will be offsides. Offsides on the defense, and that means McAlister's going to go for 2 here, as you see the Dozer package sprint their way onto the gridiron. The question is, who's going to be running out of the Dozer? All that I see, yep, Lance Stone will be the one to try to run out of the Dozer here.
Looks like the Buffaloes will be going for
Trying to make this a 12-point game. The ball is at the 2-yard line. Dozer package with Stone at the head of it. Moves Rice in motion. Back to the left, the snap. Going forward, tackled from the legs. Did he get the ball into the end zone, though? I don't think he did. It's not good, and that'll make it a 10-point game, 27-17. McAlister leading by 10, but that is a huge touchdown by Caden Lesnow to make it a 2-score game. 11:23 left to go in the game here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is now under new management, and they're ready to deal. At Patriot, we continue to offer the widest selection of high-quality, low-mileage vehicles and affordable financing tailored to your needs. Our extended warranties and protection plans will have you driving to the game with a smile. Speaking of football, Patriot is proud to sponsor the 2022 football season. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on the 69 bypass right next to the mall.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
So Trenton Greer is about to kick it off back over to the Broken Bow Savages. 27-17, McAlister leading by 10, 11:23 left to go in the game. Think we might have enough time for a drive summary real quick, Phillip.
That was a 10-play, 65-yard touchdown drive that took 3 minutes and 25 seconds off the clock. Finished off with a 10-yard touchdown run by Caden Lesnow. The PAT 2-point conversion was no good. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlister Buffaloes.
All right, well, Greer will kick this one away. It's an end-over-end kick, short one that will be caught at the 28-yard line, and they'll barrel their way forward to the 39-yard line, and that is where the Savages are going to start this drive. So again, at the 39-yard line, Christian Brumley will come back into the game. Last time that he was out there, he delivered a strike to Jakiron Whitfield, who ended up pulling the game within 4 points.
I want to give a quick shout-out. My dad just texted me. He's listening. So thanks for tuning in tonight, Pops. And thanks for everybody that is listening around the town, around the state, and countrywide. And as you mentioned earlier, Parker Singleton's tuned in. Thank you for your service, young man. Absolutely.
Thank you to all the McAlister alumni that have tuned in, whether watching on the video stream. And once again, we will get the bright lights thing sorted out. I don't know why. That's never been a problem. The LED lights have completely shined out, and I've tried pressing everything on the screen. It won't. Nothing's happening. First down and 10. We've got a flag. This is going to be a false start. Getting into the backfield quickly was Braden Bumpus. He is the new number 5. Again, McCarty holding that number for the last couple of years. He changed to number 1. Braden Bumpus moving to the 26th number to number 5 this year. As inside the 35-yard line, that'll make it first down and 15. Much more balanced game this year. Again, Broken Bow, even though they had to return some linemen, they have held their own for sure and with a lot of talent. But the skill players that have gotten the much-needed experience from last year, they have been very, very good today, including Brumley, who gets the snap. He's under pressure, though. 3 different Buffalo. He steps out of all of it, and he'll try to run to the 40-yard line, gets a block, jumps over a man to the 50-yard line, down the far sideline. He's finally taken down after he crosses the McAlister 45-yard line down to the McAlister 44. He was surrounded by 3 different black jerseys, but he stepped up 3 feet, and he found nothing but green turf in front of him, and he did a little bit of a razzle-dazzle on his way to the Buffalo 44.
Pocket collapses from the outside, forcing Brumley to step up. Nobody on the inside, picks up a big gain for a first down.
Rogers tried going headstrong straight to the line of scrimmage, but he met a linebacker for McAlister. Take that back. Was that?
Looked like Ethan Watkins getting up from it.
Let's see who that was.
Will Spears.
Will
His name was just
Spears.
called.
Lance Stone there as well.
Second 10.
So second down and 10. You just had, that looked like the Oklahoma drill for a little bit with the kind of impact you saw. 2 receivers each side, ball in the far hash, second and 10 at the McAlister 44. They're going to try to pass it over the middle, and it's going to be caught shy of the first down marker to Jakiron Whitfield again. It was a little bit of a low pass, so he just caught it and took a seat there. Inside the 40-yard line, Broken Bow goes to the 37. Under 10 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. As it's a 10-point difference between these two teams, McAlister has the lead. 2 receivers each side, the snap, play action, pass to the far side, caught with the screen, and we have a tackle, but not before reaching past the first down marker is Jakiron Whitfield again.
He needed 3, but he got 4 on the spin and the reach. Great IQ to know where the sticks are and what you got to do to get there.
That moves the ball over to the Buffalo 34-yard line. 9:30 and ticking left to go in the game here. Buffalo's with a 2-score lead. Ball in the far hash. Man in motion. Snap. Back to pass. Screen pass. It is almost one-handed caught by Whitfield as it sails out of bounds, though, and that'll make it second down and 10 upcoming. Now stop the clock at 9:14.
Front 7 by the Buffaloes were coming, and they noticed, like, when they got through the line and they were unblocked, they immediately ran backwards because they noticed the screen as soon as they were unblocked. A great effort there by Jakiron Whitfield as he tried to catch it one-handed. But the Buffalo defense noticing that is a great coaching, great testament to this coaching staff.
Second and 10 for the Savages.
Second and 10 upcoming. Camden Rogers has been the running back right there with Brumley all day long. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, man in motion again. Back to pass again. Brumley steps up again, tosses over the middle again, and this one is caught again for a touchdown by Jakiron Whitfield. He beats Chaz Bradley and finds the end zone in the north side of the field to make it 27-23. He's a problem. That is just the only way you can put it. Jakiron Whitfield has been the offense of the Broken Bow Savages. Christian Brumley, though, with a dart. It had to be right there, right over the fingertips. So instead of going for 2, well, I don't see why they would do that. If they just get the extra point here, it's a 3-point game. So Zaragoza will try to make this a 3-point game, and the pressure is once again on McAlister's offense. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is through. 3-point game, 27-24. McAlister leads by 3 with 9 minutes left to go in the game on KNED.
Labor Day comes around only once a year, and the same goes for the Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale, and it's going on right now. Hurry in for huge savings on living room furniture. Sectionals start at just $14.68. Sofa and love seat only $9.98. Rocker recliners start at $4.58. The Vickers Furniture Labor Day sale. Vickers offers 24 months no interest financing too. Vickers Furniture, 2nd and Wyandotte, McAlister.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
We're celebrating 40 years of being a Nissan dealership here at Fenton Nissan of McAlister, and we're proud to be one of the oldest in the nation.
We're honored to serve our local communities and look forward to serving you in the years to come.
Come meet our friendly staff and see why we are the best deal dealer.
Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OU or OSU football tickets.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent you.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer.
Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
9:07 left to go here in the game as Broken Bow pulls it within 3. 27-24 our score. Broken Bow has played a heck of a game. They have made their mistakes, but every time that McAlister has decided to go ahead and put points up on the board, they answer right back. I love how we had a defensive game for a majority of the game, and then here, the last 3 drives by these 3 teams, scores. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Can McAlister answer back with a touchdown of their own? Here's a kick, end, over to Bumpus. They'll take it at the 24-yard line, and he'll move right past the 35, down to the 39, and that's where he's going to be tackled out of bounds at. We have a drive summary for the Savages on the last drive, Phillip.
That was a 10-play, 6-play, 60-yard touchdown drive that took 2 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock. Capped off with a 34-yard touchdown strike from Christian Brumley to Kyron Whitefield. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlister Buffaloes.
So we have a nail-biter here tonight. Anything that could happen has happened tonight, it seems like. Both teams have made their share of mistakes. Both teams have answered from them. Can McAlister once again go down the field and score? Trips left. Ball on the right hash. Les now takes the snap. And another huge hit as Dakota Moten is blown up by number 88, Leland Billy. He barely had the ball before he was all up in the grill of Dakota Moten. That is about the 5th hard hit that I've seen from this Broken Bow defense tonight.
Great read right there by the defensive end, Leland Billy, looking like Aaron Donald coming through the offensive line. And he almost pulled the Aaron Donald because he got there right as the ball got handed off from Les now to Moten. He, if he wanted to, I guarantee you he could have hit both of them.
McAlister keeps on subbing people on the offensive line, trying to find an answer. Here's the snap. Quick pass near side already in the backfield toward the Broken Bow Savages again. And they're going to say that after the catch by Chaz Bradley, he took a knee around the 34-yard line, so they keep on going backwards.
Lesnow's pass is complete to number 8, Chaz
The quarterbacks of McAlister don't really have a lot of time on a lot of these drives. They haven't had a chance to really go vertical.
Shows that testament of that big defensive line from Broken Bow. Coach Mazey talked about it on the coaches show. We talked about it during the pregame. They're big, they're physical, they're in your face. And this new head coach from Broken Bow, he's been an assistant on this staff for the last 5 seasons. He knows these kids, and he has them ready. He said, hey, this is what they did to you on your home field last year. Let's go and let's deliver that same amount of punishment to them at their house.
3rd and 16 in the gun. Les now, one to snap it. He gets it off in time. Here comes the blitz. Rolling left is Les now. He'll toss it deep. Looking for Lauerman. He made the catch all the way to the 32-yard line of Broken Bow. And McAlister flips the field. Just as I was saying, we haven't really had a chance to go vertical. What do? They go all the way to the Broken Bow 32-yard line, and Jackson Lauerman, who had a touchdown in the first quarter on a post route, ends up making a contested catch and one of the biggest ones of the first game of the season. That's a first down for the Buffaloes. Empty backfield. H-back left. Here's the snap. Les now grabs it, rolls left. Doesn't have a man. Tried going back to the right, but then saw a Broken Bow Savage was there and throws it out of bounds. Smart play by Les now. Again, we can see everything going on from the press box, but when you're down on the field and you're looking at Les now roll left, he doesn't know there's a guy bearing down on him right there, so he took a quick turn to the right. It almost doomed him, but as soon as he saw that, he said, I just need to get rid of it.
Great heads-up play there by Les now, like you said. He looked, saw the man crashing on him, and it looked like it was Leland Billy again that was chasing him, and he didn't want to get hit like Moten did, but what he didn't notice was on the backside, we had a man breaking free, but you don't want to roll left and throw back to the right.
Right.
You have no power to throw back like that. Great play right there by Les now, and we're going to have a timeout.
Yep, first McAlister timeout of the second half. 7:04 left to go in the game. McAlister leading 27-24 here on KNED.
We're celebrating 40 years of being a Nissan dealership here at Fenton Nissan of McAlister, and we're proud to be one of the oldest in the nation.
We're honored to serve our local communities and look forward to serving you in the years to come.
Come meet our friendly staff and see why we are the best deal dealer.
Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OU or OSU football tickets.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent you.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer.
Learn more at Fenton Nissan.
Second down and 10 upcoming for the Buffalo offense, who just used their first time out of the second half with 7:04 left to go in the game. They're loading up the left side of the line. 2 receivers left. Here's the snap. Rolling out to the left to pass is Les now. Dumps it off, and once again he was trying to find his H-back, but we have another drop by the Buffalo receivers. Actually, is that Lance Stone? He was looking for Lance Stone to make the catch, and he ended up dropping it. So Lance Stone has been playing quarterback tonight. He was playing H-back on that last play and dropped the pass. Now make it 3rd down and 10. Big play upcoming here for the Buffaloes. They were able to convert on 3rd down last time. Can they do it again?
If you know anything about Broken Bow, the way that this game is played out, they are bringing pressure right here on this 3rd and long.
Snap, here comes the blitz. Rolling left, Les now has to throw across his body. He's being tracked from behind. He's sacked back at the 36-yard line. And the Buffaloes are going to have to punt it to try to pin the Broken Bow offense deep. Loss of 4 and another sack by this Broken Bow defense. 6:34 and ticking. But right now, the McAlester offense, for the moment, is sticking out there.
But keep in mind, though, Caden Lesnow is your punter.
That's right. Offense is staying out there here on 4th and 14.
This could also be a drop pooch punt just to try to pin them. Maybe try to aim like a coffin corner.
They're about to call another timeout. They got 4 seconds to snap it. We'll take the timeout. About 6:11 left to go in the game right here on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves most of eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations locally in McAlister, Bache, and Wilburton, elsewhere in Stigler, Porham, Chakota, Longtown, Muskogee, and more. If you need propane, there's only one number to call. That's 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years. Now that's saying something. At Compass Capital Management, you'll receive confidence in your financial security as we provide direction, clarity, and vision for your future. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlister, Oklahoma, 74501.
.608 remaining in the 4th quarter. The McAlester Buffaloes look like they may go for it here on 4th and 14. The ball's already at the 36-yard line. I mean, if you do kick it into the end zone, it's only a change of 11 yards. So, yeah, might as well go for it. Les now in the gun, 2 receivers to each side. Here's the snap. 4th and 14. Screen pass to the near side, caught by Lauerman. Lauerman breaks that off a tackle to the 25-yard line, to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown McAlester. What a play on 4th and 14. A screen pass to Jackson Lauerman as he takes it all the way to the end zone. Action Jackson here in Pittsburgh County. He just makes it happen. That is a gutsy call for the screen pass, but it paves the way for a touchdown, and Trenton Greer splits the uprights to make this a two-score game again. 34-24, McAlester leads by 10. 5:57 left to go in the game here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlister. It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlister and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports. Drop by and check out our selection of Can-Am, Polaris, and Kawasaki side-by-sides and ATVs in stock. Vickers Power Sports also offers a 45-minute express lube and filter service. Plus, we carry a full line of parts and accessories like sound bars, roofs, windshields, and more, all in stock. Vickers Power Sports. Call us at 918-423-3306 or go to vickerspowersports.com.
It
has been a marathon, not a sprint, and this has been a fantastic game. Nearly 3 hours long. We have made it to 10:16 p.m. We still have 6 minutes left to go. 5:57, 34-24, McAlester leads by 10 as Trenton Greer gets ready to kick it away for the black and gold. Here's the boot. It's a good end-over-end one. That'll be taken at the 20-yard line. Down the middle of the field, trying to find a block. It's Whitfield. It's caught from behind. He's going to be wrapped up by the waist and taken down at the 30-yard line. That's where the Savages are going to start this drive. Phillip, we had a stellar clutch drive of McAlester there.
That was a 7-play, 61-yard touchdown drive that took 3 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. It was finished off with a 36-yard screen pass from Caden Less now to Jackson Lyerman. The PAT by Trenton Greer was good. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. Bishop's Funeral Service is a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
Looking at the last drive, they converted on a 3rd and 15 with a 35-yard pass to Jackson Lauerman, and then on a 4th and 11, or was it 4th and 14?
4th and
14, a screen pass to Lauerman who takes for a touchdown. What a game that we've had here. McAllister's offense has been clutch when it has mattered the most. And we do have a player down cramping right now at the 31-yard line. We'll take a quick 30-second break, it looks like, and we'll be back with some action here on KNED.
McAlister Pepsi has got what you need. From food service to vending or just plain customer service, McAlister Pepsi can hook you up with all of your beverage needs. We are not your typical soda company. McAlister Pepsi is the total beverage provider, from water to energy teas, juice, and soda, and so much more. Visit us at McAlisterPepsi.com or give us a call, 918-423-2360. McAlister Pepsi, proud sponsor of the 2022 football season.
So now can Broken Bow answer back? And this has been a defensive game for most of the game, but we've had the last 4 drives and in touchdowns, 2 for each team. 1st and 10 from the Broken Bow 31-yard line. Savages with the ball. Far hash, 5:49 left to go. Brumley, the snap. Pump fakes once. He thought about going deep, will roll left. Still looking downfield, though. Now he decides to finally run, and he doesn't have very far to go. He thought about going deep multiple times. Jakiron Whitfield was not on the field during that play because he was the man that was cramping up around the 30-yard line. He thought about throwing it over to number 11, Max Rupp. Again, 21 out of the 24 points tonight have come from deep balls to Jakiron Whitfield. So when he is off the field, McAllister's defense is breathing a little bit easier. But guess who just stepped back onto the gridiron? Number 3 is going to be the lone receiver on the far side.
And right there, that's going to show to Christian Brumley's knowledge. He scanned right, scanned middle, scanned left before he decided to run.
2nd and 8. Quick pass out over to Whitfield. Past the 35-yard line. He's down the far sideline. He gets the first down after he runs into some men over on his sideline, and that'll move the chains here for the Savages. Again, Jakiron Whitfield, I want to go ahead and remind y'all, he had 1 reception for 4 yards last year. And he has been the offense of the Savages with the combination of the right arm of Christian Brumley, who is a 2-time All-Vibe selection in Class 4A. This is a top 10 team in 4A, and they are showing why they are here tonight. Under 5 minutes left to go in the game. 2 receivers to each side, ball still far hash. Play action again. Brumley will try to run it. He's collapsed on, and he'll be tackled for no gain.
Christian Brumley.
Heard a Buffalo there.
He's going to be sacked.
He looked middle, didn't see anything, so he looks left. He says, well, hey, he looked left. He saw the pressure of Garrett Shumway getting upfield, so he decided to go to the middle. Shumway put the spin move on back inside. Normally you see the spin move hit to get into the backfield, not to get off the block and make a play as a quarterback thinks he's going to run. Great play right there by the big man up front, Garrett Shumway, the senior.
Sean Perkins and Will Spears are on the tackle there. I saw Braden Bumpus also come up from the pile. We have 4.5 minutes left to go in the game, and we have 6 seconds to snap it here for the Savages on 2nd and 10. 3, 2 running backs to each side. They get it off in time. Handoff, pitch back. Brumley's under pressure, dumps it late, and it's caught for a first down along the tightrope along the far sideline. That play was going nowhere at first, and the arm strength of Christian Brumley while he was going to his left to be able to just flick the wrist and send it 20 yards downfield for a catch is incredible. That'll move the chains over to the McAlister 44-yard line. Ball still far hash. This isn't the same team that you saw in Week 0 last year. This team has a lot more experience back in the skill player position than you saw last year, and their defensive line is really good. Pass to the near side. It'll be caught. Making a move around Amanda's number 6. Going down the near sideline, breaking tackles, jumping over men, and getting inside the 30-yard line to the 27. On the catch and go is number 6, Mark Martin, who's mainly been quiet because, again, it's been all Jakiron Whitfield in the receiving spot. Again, we have another Broken Bow player. That is Martin. Hits slow to get up. He's on his back right now at the 27-yard line, and we'll have another timeout for an injury right here on KNED.
McAlister Pepsi has got what you need. From food service to vending or just plain customer service, McAlister Pepsi can hook you up with all of your beverage needs. We are not your typical soda company. McAlister Pepsi is the total beverage provider, from water to energy teas, juice, and soda, and so much more. Visit us at McAlisterPepsi.com or give us a call, 918-423-2360. McAlister Pepsi, proud sponsor of the 2022 football season.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlister and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
CryoShock McAlister will help you with athletic performance and recovery. Whole body cryotherapy causes inhibition of inflammation, which results in a reduction of pain and swelling. WBC is the natural and safe way to prevent or eliminate joint pain associated with the following: rheumatoid and osteoarthritis, muscle sprain and strain, sports injuries, and repetitive motion injury. Make cryotherapy part of your wellness regimen. Fast and convenient for rapid recovery of injuries. CryoShock McAlister, 405 East Chickasaw Suite C, McAlister.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlister is having an end-of-season sale on all 2022 Gravely commercial zero-turn mowers. We carry Gravely zero-turns from 42 up to 60-inch cuts. The 2023s are coming soon, so now's the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all 2022 Gravely zero-turn models. There's no better time to get that new Gravely commercial zero-turn. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlister is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlister Union Stockyards.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. Broken Bow driving once again. McAlister just needs really one more stop. And after they got plenty of stops throughout the game, all of a sudden neither defense can stop the opposing offense. Ball in the right hash. It's at the McAlister 31-yard line. Broken Bow with the ball moving left to right. 4:06 left to go in the game. 10-point game. McAlister leads by 2 scores, 34-24. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Ball right hash. Brumley with Rogers to the right of him will take the snap. Back to pass, looking left, under pressure, will roll right. Now step up in his pocket. He's hit from behind. The ball is going to be incomplete. They're not going to say it's a fumble. They're going to say it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw, and that'll make it second down and 10 upcoming. So close. Garrett Shumway was the one that ended up getting his arm on the right arm of Christian Brumley. If he hits him a second earlier, that's going to be a fumble. And remember, both teams only have one timeout left, so if McAlester can stop Broken Bow at least once, and make sure that they don't get any points in this drive, then it'll be hard for the Savages to come back. Snap, Brumley looking right. Will toss over the middle. It is low and incomplete. Through the arms of number 4. It was a little low, but still through the arms of Alexander Lindley. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Broken Bows like to pass the ball, and why not when you got a guy like Christian Brumley throwing it?
It's a big play right here for the Savages. I'm looking around on the field. Right now I don't see Jakyron Wright out there.
Whitfield?
Jakyron Whitfield. I'm so sorry to his family. I keep calling him Jakyron White, and he just steps on the field. He steps out on the far sideline.
You had to say something, didn't you?
I did.
Can he step off the field for one of the biggest plays of the game so far? 3rd and 10. Ball on the right hash. Could be looking at 4-down territory anyway. 4 to snap it. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Brumley looking right. No one's there, but Garrett Shumway gets his hands around Christian Brumley. Brumley throws it at the very last second to force the incomplete pass. But Garrett Shumway says, I have had enough. And that brings up 4th down and 10. And we have a late flag.
Intentional grounding. Number 44 was the H-back, but he was blocking, and that's who he threw the ball to.
So that's intentional grounding on Broken Bow, which almost guarantees that you're going to be looking at a 4th down attempt coming up. So that's going to be at the spot of the foul, which will bring him all the way back to the 37-yard line. So that's going to be, nearly 10-yard loss? Unless they declined it. But no, they're waving it off now.
They're waving it off now. Pass was incomplete. It's 4th and 10.
Okay, so 4th down and 10 now. Scratch all that.
Action.
Here we go. Ball on the right hash. Big play. Brumley takes the snap. Looking left. Still looking left. Under pressure again. Will step up. He will toss. Hit as he throws. Whitfield with another catch for a 1st down to the 15-yard line. You've got to be kidding me. To borrow from Breaking Bad, he can't keep getting away with this. He can't keep getting away with it.
And partner, you're talking about Christian Brumley he's drugged down by 2 defenders, gets that one out, and you're talking about Jakyron Whitfield, who caught that in traffic.
While he was hit as he threw. I mean, that ball was barely up in the air. I don't know how he caught it. 1st down and 10 inside the red zone. Brumley the snap, looking left. He will toss over the middle, up in the air, and it's batted away. Chaz Bradley once again getting there. Right now, and I don't blame Christian Brumley in the slightest. What Brumley is doing with me is what I do with people who are 99 speed on Madden. I just throw it up in the air and let him come down with it. But I don't blame him at all because Jakyron Whitfield has been that dude.
2nd and 10 for the Savages.
Absolutely right. Catching in traffic. Tip drill 101. Jakyron Whitfield is proving that he is going to be a dominant force in 4A football this year.
2nd and 10. Brumley the snap. He has a pocket, throws right, and it's caught inside the 10-yard line, taken down. There, the ball came loose.
Broken Bow got back on it.
But they got back on it. Looks like Max Rupp jumped on it.
Max Rupp on the reception there.
And that'll bring up 3rd down and 3. But time is ticking, and we're looking at, even if Broken Bow scores here, you're getting to a point where they might have to go for an onside kick to try to keep this game going. It's a 10-point game, 34-24, McAlester leading, 2:43 left to go. Ball on the right hash at the McAlester 8. Near the north end zone. 10 to snap it. Still right hash. H-back right. Snap, Brumley. Back to pass, looking right. He's under pressure, steps up. We have a flag, and also we have a sack. At the 11-yard line, the Buffaloes jump on it, but we're going to be having a hold here. It's a holding on the offense, and once again, Jaden and Garrett, just pretty much the 3 defensive linemen were all there to be able to get that combined sack, but we're going to be having a holding here. Now, does Coach Maisie decide to decline it? He does, with the sack and the loss of Well, it's not going to be 4th and 3. That's a loss of about 5 yards, all the way out to about the 13-yard line. And the clock should continue to run unless someone calls a timeout.
Official stoppage as he waves his hands, as we're trying to get everything sorted out right now, as we now reach the 3-hour mark of kickoff.
So that has led to 4th down. So we have 4th down and 8. Zaragoza on to attempt a field goal here. Here's the snap. Kick is up. It's low, and it's going to be missed. It's low, and that's going to be a missed field goal from about 30 yards out. And that just might do it, barring more craziness. But I don't want to say anything because this game has had every weird thing that you can imagine. But this has been a classic case of you just got to grind your teeth, get to the end of the game, and still have the lead. And that's what McAlester has done. Broken Bow has not backed down at all, and McAlester has been able to hold them off for the most part.
Well, this game right here, it's kind of reminding me of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. You're going to throw your craziest haymaker punch that you have, but the other guy is just going to keep coming, and he's going to keep throwing his, and it's the last man that stands. Right now, neither team can actually put the other one down, but McAlester is ahead on the scorecard in boxing terms, if you know what I'm saying.
Really need 1 first down, I believe. I mean, there is 1 timeout remaining for Broken Bow. 2:13 left to go in the game. Here's the snap. Handoff. Moten finding a lane, and it gets a pretty good gain out to about the 24-yard line.
Chaz Bradley.
Excuse me. Thank you, Chaz Bradley. Bradley's taken a few snaps out of the running back spot. Ends up getting that carry there. Again, we're looking at McAllister's offense as they're going to run this play clock all the way down to the very last second. You've got all these guys that could be running back. Eric McCarty, Dakota Moten, Blaze Baugh, Ethan Watkins, Braden Bumpus, Chaz Bradley. I mean, that's 6 running backs that you trust any one of them in big-time situations. Right now they're running with Bradley.
And don't forget the bruiser of Lance Stone can run it as well.
That's right, and actually Lance Stone is playing H-back right now on the left side. McAllister's not going to get the playoff in time. This is a big penalty on him. That brings him down to the 124 mark. I mean, he's still not looking at a lot of time left for Broken Bow, but if something wild happens, you're looking at still giving them a chance. They're still having to try to get a first down here, but that delay of game moves them back inside the 20-yard line to the 19. Once again, though, we remind everyone that post-game show is radio only, so if you're watching right now, make sure that you have your KNED app loaded right there. It's a blue logo. You'll see the KNED logo there. Make sure that you download that, or you can listen to the traditional way, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, or go to McAlisterradio.com and listen on the KNED tab. We're going to be having some post-game thoughts with Coach Mazey and maybe Jackson Lowerman, if we can catch him, because I think he might end up being my player of the game.
Maybe Jackson Lowerman, maybe Chaz Bradley. It depends on which one I can grab.
Maybe both.
Why not?
Here's the snap as we have a keeper and a fumble inside the 15-yard line. I think McAllister jumped back on it, and they do. That was almost disastrous for the Buffaloes as we have a timeout. Immediately after the fumble, Lance Stone jumped back up on the ball to save that possession. Because we've seen the big play capability of Broken Bow. If they score there, they have a timeout, or if they get the turnover there, they have a timeout in 70 seconds to try to win this game. But Lance Stone saves it. 10-point game. We'll take a quick 30-second break on KNED.
Vickers Power Sports. Drop by and check out our selection of Can-Am, Polaris, and Kawasaki side-by-sides and ATVs in stock. Vickers Power Sports also offers a 45-minute express lube and filter service. Plus, we carry a full line of parts and accessories like sound bars, roofs, windshields, and more, all in stock. Vickers Power Sports. Call us at 918-423-3306 or go to vickerspowersports.com.
Bank First, Bank of Oklahoma, BMAX Supply, Ryan Tippett, the Tippett Agency, Buffett Auto Wash, Patriot Dodge, Southeast.
All right, so 3rd and 16 upcoming for the Buffaloes after a near game-changing fumble was recovered by McAllister. They're going to be having the ball at their own 14-yard line with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go.
Midwest Sporting Goods.
So, again, 10-point lead for McAlester, 34-24.
Beach Plays. H&P Heating.
Les now will stay out as quarterback.
Landscaping.
Looks like the H-back
and Miller Glass. Thank you.
will be Braden Bumpus on the left side, 2 receivers to each side. They have changed the clock to a minute 15.
3rd and 16 for the Buffalo.
So 3rd and 16 up for McAlester. I expect just a run play here. They're going to give it off. No, keeping it is Caden Lesnow, who's carrying men past the 15-yard line to the 16, gain of only 2. But after that final timeout that was called by the Savages, McAlester can run this down all the way to about 25 seconds left in the game. It will take a miracle for Broken Bow to come back and win this, but we have seen a lot of wild stuff, so you can just never say it's over.
The way that this game has gone, partner, like you said, we've seen a lot of wild stuff. We saw a defensive battle for literally 3 quarters, and then it all changed. And then we had 4 straight touchdown drives and a missed field goal. This has been one of the most wild football games I've ever seen and been a part of, and I absolutely love it because you know what that means? It means football's back.
That's right. We'd rather have weird football than no football. McAllister's going to call their final timeout, and we'll be back in just a moment here on KNED.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlester is having an end-of-season sale on all 2022 Gravely commercial zero-turn mowers. We carry Gravely zero-turns from 42 up to 60-inch cuts. The 2023s are coming soon, so now's the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all 2022 Gravely zero-turn models. There's no better time to get that new Gravely commercial zero-turn. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyard.
Welcome to Allstate, where DriveWise and the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback. And by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact McAlester Allstate agent Lyle Whitworth for a quote today.
Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other safe driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
All right, so we're at the 3-hour and 7-minute mark. We got 25 seconds left in the game. Buffalo's leading by 10. They need a good punt here. And Les now will boot it. It's a short punt, but it's going to be a spiraling punt that gets sailed out of bounds. And Kason Whitley was hit by it, too. Hopefully he's okay, but, man, you're in the wrong spot, Kason. He's getting some love over there on the near sideline, but let's see where the ball sailed out of bounds at. We got 19 seconds left in the game. McAlester all but certainly has sealed their win here in Week 0, which, like I said, we've seen in nationwide high school play. Like, down in Texas, you just saw that there was a big upset yesterday. Wasn't that right?
Yeah, Denton Ryan went down to, I believe, Noble High School, and that shocked the world in Texas. That shocked Texas high school football last night.
When you have these early games like that, especially when you have teams, 2 really good teams, 2 top 10 teams, even though you have one team that might be second in 5A and one team that's ninth in 4A, when you have 2 quality, good teams playing each other, anything can happen. Like you were talking about when it came down to your our pick'ems, our scoreboard, there were a lot of tie games with teams that should be beating teams by a lot more, and that's just, again, getting the rhythm. And also Broken Bow tonight has played extremely well. Here's a snap, reverse. They're going to try to pass it down the near side. He hasn't passed it yet. Now he finally does, and he finds a man at the 30-yard line. Tackled down, but inbounds at the 7-yard line. They have to stop the clock while they move the chain. So 7 seconds left to go in the game as they did some trickery there. They did a reverse, and number 6 with the pass, that was Mark Martin, ended up finding, is that Jakyron Whitfield or Christian Brumley that made the catch?
He hit Christian Brumley.
Wow, so the quarterback ends up making the catch, and those are the zeros that we have been waiting for. McAlester wins their first game of the year here in Week 0 in an absolute slugfest. Hard-fought win in every way imaginable, but they take it 34-24. They're going to build on this, and we're going to be having some post-game interviews with Coach Mazey, maybe a couple of players for the McAlester Buffaloes here in just a moment. So make sure that you make the switch over to KNED Radio. Again, that'll be 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, online at McAlisterRadio.com or on the KNED app for post-game coverage. Again, final time tonight during the regular broadcast. McAlister wins 34-24. So, ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. 34-24, our final score. Again, the Buffalo postgame show brought to you by OK Tire and Auto is next. This is Buffalo Football on KNED 1150 AM and 98.3 FM.